definitely a Monday. Yeah, I'm super early today. I just I got off work early today, and I don't feel like getting on later. That's all. I got off work early today, and I don't want to be. I don't want to go on later. So, and that's all it took for me. Sure, chocolate and vanilla swirl. You can get a shout out. Hello. All right, y'all. Please table tap that screenshot live. I really appreciate you guys. We're just getting this thing started and moving today. You know, there has to be a start to every live. There's no way around that. I wish I could just click the button and just be on in the middle of everything so that we didn't have to like ever start. You know, thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that. But you know, I don't get that option. I have to start someplace. So here we are. There we go. I was looking at this earlier. Oh, that's right. That was cool. All right, y'all, come on in. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're going to open up these guest requests and phone lines and all the fun stuff very soon. And get this thing going. Sorry, I feel like I'm very like charismatic today. I don't feel like I'm being very charismatic. I think I'm going to need to get my stuff together. Get your life together. Maybe I put the headphones on. Maybe that'll help. Hello? Hello? Do I feel? Oh, okay. I feel a little. Maybe I need some music in the back. Do I need to start singing? Someone sing to me. Someone sing so I can get like or start beatboxing. Like so I can get some dancing going on. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Look, I'm seeing y'all members coming in there. What's going on? All right. You're singing? That's why I'm dancing. I can hear you. I can hear you. That's why we're grooving. Dave the train guy said he's got it if I'm gone if I don't want to do it. I can just literally just turn on the live. We can turn on Dave the train guy. He'll talk about trains for the next 3 hours. All right. And then I'll come back on at the end, just log off and we'll call it a day. That sound good? We can make is that a thing we're gonna do? That would make for an interesting live. I will say that much. That would definitely make for an interesting live. All right, I'm seeing a couple people. Dave said, "Yeah, exactly." Dave said, "I can do 3 hours." I know you can, Dave. That does not surprise me at all. I know I have zero doubt in my mind that you could do 3 hours on trains. Okay, I have zero doubt of that in my head. All right. I already seen some calls come in on the line on the YouTube side. I really appreciate that. We are going to open up these phone lines. I mean, I guess I could pretty much open them up now. as we're just starting to fill it. I can open them up now. Please be at least 18 years old. I do appreciate that. Guys, we're just trying to have some conversations over here. So if you're coming up trying to troll and all sorts of stuff, you're really not helping anything. Just thought I'd let you know. You're not making anything look great. Okay. So let's just have some conversations on here. No reason to be crashed out or weird or any of that stuff. All right. Just normal conversations with normal people. So act like you had some parents that loved you. All right. Let's open up these phone lines. Done. You can actually. I don't know who you are. Do I know you? We'll see. I don't know you. We'll start here though. Hello. How are you?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How old are you?
32.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome.
I do.
I don't recognize your name.
Okay. What do you know everybody on here or what?
I know most of the 12 MAGA that debate on TikTok. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Oh, you were just on Matt's live.
I don't know who Matt is.
Oh, so you're lying too.
I don't know who Matt is. Who is Matt?
Some guy whose live you were on earlier? Yesterday, I guess?
I don't know. I don't remember that at all. I don't know Matt.
Okay.
He didn't have how you have a big platform and stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, since I know you're lying now, I'm just going to go ahead and excuse you and move on to someone else. So
Why? What did I do?
You lied.
What did I do? No, I did not. I don't know who Matt is. There's somebody named Matt.
Were you on someone's live yesterday?
I did do live yesterday, but I don't know who Matt is.
Don't get all upsetty spaghetti, man. It's okay. Relax.
Okay.
You need to calm down, bud. If this is how the conversation is going to go, we're going to end this real quick.
It doesn't have to go that way. You were just going to leave. You were running away.
Oh, see, when you do the running away thing, now I have to drop you. Okay.
Okay. You're a confused mix.
All right. Well, now I have to drop you. Okay. Because if you tell me I'm running away, then I'll believe you. And now I can't talk to you because I have to run away. All right? Because I'm scared. You see how scared I am? I was going to give you a chance. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
48.
How old?
48.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yep.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, because you have to support him. What are you going to do in the next 4 years? You can't sit on TikTok and cry all day because you can't do anything. What can you physically do that is going to improve anything?
I can do a lot of stuff that's going to improve anything, but regardless of whether I could do anything that would improve anything whatsoever, that doesn't mean, sir, I'm still talking.
I don't care. What are you going to do?
I was in the middle of explaining it, sir.
Tell me what you're going to do.
Sir, if you're going to act like a petulant child, then I will just drop you and move on to the next person.
A child.
All right. Well, this is the last time you're going to cut me off. This is the last. Okay, sir. This is the last.
Bye, baby. Bye, baby.
Okay. Bye-bye. Man, we are starting off great today. We have a lot of very, very sad people starting the day off. But that's okay. The one thing I love about having people like that come up is at least I always know that I'm a better person than they are. So, hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How old are you?
36.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Because I believe in annexing Canada and that pigs can fly. No, of course I don't support Trump. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. Have a good one. I didn't know Donald Trump could fly. No, sorry. The bad joke. Bad joke. Bad joke. Stop, Polly. Bad Polly. Bad Polly. Bad Polly. All right, phone lines are back open. We'll keep this thing going. Hopefully we can get somebody over here that's actually wants to speak. Hello, how are you?
Hey, doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How old are you?
I'm 20. I'm Dave the Train Guy. I figured
I thought you
give
were Dave the
fellas
Train Guy.
some-
Dave, I'm not taking you this early. I thought I recognized your voice.
I was just going to
No, we're not.
say I give
We're
a
not
train
start,
fact,
Dave.
but if,
Dave,
I'll
come
call you
back
later
like
if you want.
in an hour. You're a great break from all of that. I don't want to start out with you. We'll come back to you later.
All right.
I'm gonna remember
I'll-
I'm gonna try to remember the first part of your number. I'll try to prioritize you in like an hour.
All right.
All right,
I'll
man.
see you in about an hour.
Yeah, later. All right. Not Dave yet. We'll get Dave later. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
20.
20. Awesome. What year were you born?
2000 something.
All right, that took too long. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you, man?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
I am 19 years old.
Awesome. What year were you born?
Me, I was born in 2005.
2000 what?
Oh, 2006.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
No, I don't, man. Honestly, I just wanted to tell you, man, I love your content. Keep it up, man. You're doing great. I thought you could use a little bit of, a good boost to get you through the day, man. Love you, man. I will keep watching you live, man. Always watching. Love you, man.
Thanks a lot, man. Have a good one. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. We're going to try one more phone call. I might have to move over to TikTok and get a guest if I can't get somebody on YouTube that's a Trump supporter. I'm trying over here. We'll see. Hello, how are you?
Hello,
Hi, how old are you?
I am 20.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Mostly because of his support toward Israel.
Okay. Biden supported Israel, so what?
No, he didn't. Come on.
Yes, he did. He gave literally tens of billions of dollars, and that's just in financing. That's not even the weapons. Yeah, actually, it was actually one of the biggest complaints from Democrats on the Biden administration is that they were supporting Israel so much.
What was that? One more time. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, one of the biggest complaints from the Democrats, from progressives and leftists, people like me, right, on Joe Biden is that he was supporting Israel so much.
I mean, if he was supporting Israel so much, how come he couldn't get the war to stop?
Donald Trump is supporting what? Hold on, what war between Israel and Palestine?
Yeah.
Yeah, Donald Trump is supporting them, and he hasn't gotten the war to stop.
It's de-escalated a lot more than it.
Israel
had been.
killed 30 people in Palestine today.
Do you know why?
I don't care why. That means it's not over. Why it happened doesn't change the thing. The fact that it happened means that Donald Trump has not stopped the war.
Joe Biden had 2 years to stop the war. Donald Trump has been in office for how long?
4 years and 6 months.
Okay, you know what I'm asking, buddy. Come on.
No, I know what you're trying to insinuate. You're just doing a bad job at it.
No, it was. What does that even mean? That's a valid argument. I said, how long has he been in office for?
And I gave you a
For this
valid
term,
response.
when the
4
war was
years
going.
and 6 months. How long has Israel been in Palestine?
How long has Israel been in Palestine?
Mm-hmm.
Since the duration of this war.
I'm sorry. How long is that?
I don't know the exact days.
Oh, you can give me years. Is fine.
I mean, since the war began, October 7th.
You think that Israel started being in Palestine on October 7th?
No, I'm talking about this war, this current war that is happening.
Yeah, sir. Again, those nations have been at war for 70 years. Okay? Just because there was a singular attack under the Biden administration doesn't mean that the war started when that attack happened. Okay? The war started a long time ago.
Yes, but this has been the biggest, I guess, escalation in a very long time.
Yeah, there's an escalation. You're correct, sir. But that doesn't mean that Biden caused the war because there was an escalation. All right. Actually, if you want to look at the facts behind all of it, Donald Trump was actually much more of a catalyst to this escalation than Biden was by the Abraham Accords.
How would the Abraham Accords make the escalation?
Yeah. So what were the Abraham Accords?
I don't know every detail. Would you like to explain?
I mean, I don't need
explain it
every
to me?
detail. Can you just give it to me generally?
No, I can't.
Do you know anything about it?
But I thought the Abraham Accords were somewhat of a peace treaty of some sort, not the actual peace treaty, but
You still there? You said not a peace treaty, but a what?
but some sort of agreement.
It was an agreement, okay? It was a trade agreement. It was an open trade agreement in the Middle East, right? And it also did things like move the U.S. Consulate from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, literally moving it from, a political site into a holy site that's recognized by multiple different religions in Jerusalem, which of course caused tensions, right? But the biggest thing with the trade deal is that Saudi Arabia and other, Muslim countries like that had agreed that they were never going to sign a trade deal with Israel unless Palestinian, without the removal of Israel from Palestine and for actually a full creation of it as a nation. What the Abraham Accords did was bypass that and have all of those countries sign that peace deal, which then isolated, Palestine in that case, which, of course, when you back someone into a corner can cause an escalation like it did on October 7th. I'm not saying it was the only reason, but it definitely was a catalyst.
I mean, I guess I don't understand it fully, but
Sir, if all of your friends now join your enemy in a trade deal, do you think that makes you feel real good? Or does it make you feel like they're backed in a corner and scared?
I can see why it wouldn't make them feel real good. But
Yeah. So it backed them into a corner and made them feel
just
very scared.
okay. Hamas feeling very scared, Palestine feeling very scared. Are you kidding me?
Yes, when all of their backers, the ones that were supposed to support them against Israel, turn their back on them and support Israel, you don't think that wouldn't be a catalyst towards October 7th?
Well, I mean, obviously there was a reason for backing Israel.
Huh?
Well, why would they back Israel all of a sudden if there wasn't a good reason for it?
So regardless of whether there was a good reason for it, I'm not talking about whether the Abraham Accords were for a good reason or whether those countries had a good reason to open trade deal with Israel. I'm saying how that was a catalyst for October 7th.
I can't see how that would be a catalyst for October
I just
7th.
explained it to you.
I understand you explained it to me, but I don't understand I don't see how what you said is a reason for them taking hundreds of hostages and bombing Tel Aviv
Because they're a terrorist
or
group.
shooting up Tel Aviv.
Because that's what terrorist groups do when they're backed into a corner. What did you think they were going to do? Try to enter diplomatic solutions with Israel as a terrorist group?
It's a good question.
Sir, I'm not saying that the Abraham Accords were the only reason. Again, that part of the world has been at war for thousands of years, right? That entire region has been at war.
Yeah.
That part of the region was in war during with the Ottoman Empire, right? They've been at war forever. Okay, so saying that there was an attack on but by a terrorist group on Israel is somehow Biden's fault, or if it's somehow Biden's responsibility to stop it, is crazy. Okay.
I mean, aren't we supposed to support our allies?
Sure, we're supposed to support our allies, but we don't have to support our allies in every single thing that they do. Right?
If we were at war, God forbid, we were in a full out war, right? Wouldn't we want our allies to come help us in that war?
Yes, we would. But that would actually require for our allies to actually come and support us. It would probably mean that we were doing in a war that was actually just and most likely not our instigation, right?
Why would Israel didn't instigate this war?
Right, but Israel is bombing indiscriminately on civilian hospitals and killing children and non-combatants.
So is Iran and Hamas in Palestine. They bombed hospitals. They bombed
Oh, are we
civilian apartment buildings.
supposed to be on the
They
same
slaughtered
level
and raped
as
babies and
terrorists,
women.
sir? Are we supposed to be at the same level as terrorist groups? Are you saying because terrorist groups, literally the people that are horrible in this world, and we all agree are horrible in this world, are you saying we should
You know
be
why they
more
bombed?
like them?
You know why Israel bombed hospitals?
I don't give a
Because
shit why Israel bombed hospitals.
The hospitals were empty and they had terrorist groups hiding under them.
If they were empty, then how did all the dead children get inside of it?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's been over 10,000 freaking killed children in Palestine by Israeli bombs since this thing started. Okay.
About how many?
Over 10,000
Bombs or deaths?
deaths of just children.
I highly doubt that.
I don't care what you doubt. I'm telling you a fact. Your doubt of the fact means nothing to me.
All right. Okay, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
Appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Well, we're going to keep this thing moving. I really appreciate it. I also forgot to have a snack before I went on live. I might have to go get it. Might have to have a snack real quick. All right. Hey, Red, thank you so much for the paid subscription on TikTok. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Y'all, we're going to move on to the next caller. If you support Trump, make sure you call that line and the number that's right above my head. We can have a conversation. If you guys like support on YouTube, I do have the super chats open. I'll put them up on the screen. And we'll talk about them. It'll look something like this. Bro couldn't comprehend it. Well, at least he figured that out and left. But if you guys like support, that is a great way to help support the live. Helps me to keep doing this every single day. I really appreciate it. If you're on the TikTok side, I do have the little money gun gifts going on too. So that's a great way to support. Also, I think I'm looking just for 5 more subs today. Paid subs. Hello, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
I'm 34.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, first of all, I think he's establishing the United States as a dominant superpower in the world again. We became weak under Joe Biden. Countries fear us now. I mean, you just look at how Putin is like cowering in fear. He's doing what you Democrats wanted to do. He's actually making Putin come to the table.
Yeah, so Putin is not coming to the table. Okay. He's not even attempting to come to the table. Actually, Kremlin-run media today was reporting today pretty much like, oh, yeah, you'd be surprised how many people in the United States change their mind, especially when you're talking about the leader of the United States. So Putin not only is not coming to the table, but he doesn't even believe that Trump will hold up to these tariffs that he's talking about or holding up to these wars because Donald Trump changes his mind all the time. So he has no respect for Trump.
I mean, it could be kind of true, though, when you're talking about Putin not coming to the table, but he did come in my asshole last night.
Okay, man. Cool, bro. Kind of weird, but hey, whatever you're into, man. We're inclusive here. Very strange. But don't worry, guys. All it is I tell you, if you talk to any like Trump supporter like that for long enough, it usually ends up in talking about male genitalia. It's very strange. Hello, how are you?
Hey, big dog. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
I just turned 40 a few days ago.
Awesome. Happy birthday. Do you support Trump?
I support Bernie. I change my mind all the time. But I was listening to your show and your last caller, and I really appreciate your patience with everyone that speaks to you and stuff. I want to say something. Like I'm leaning towards Bernie, but I just want my government to do something for me. But let me tell you something about Israel. I have a friend that was in Israel. He plays basketball over there in Tel Aviv, and he was evacuated. And we had like a little conversation. He plays like professional basketball. Also have like a few friends in Bali, Indonesia, and we're all just normal people, conservatives, but we're tired of this. Like, you cannot just go in and bomb a damn country, because it's like, if you have any kind of like sense of history, you know that Palestinians have been there longer than everyone else, and they have nothing.
I'm sorry, sir.
And
I have no idea what we're talking about right now. Like, this has gone like off the rails very quickly. I asked if you were a Trump supporter. You were talking about Bernie. Then you're saying that you're conservative, but that somehow supports Bernie. That has a friend in Tel Aviv that doesn't like bombings. I don't know what any of this means.
I'm saying that there's like just like an excess of there's an excess of like how they've been attacking frickin' Palestine. But it's like, what is your message to everyone? Like, what do you want us to do, in your opinion?
Read.
No, but what I'm saying right now, let's say
I want you to read. I want you to actually go and research and read and look at data on things that are happening in the United States. That's what I want you to do.
But I'm saying, if you have the power to put something together to help people in Palestine, what would you do?
If I had to put, if I had to help people in Palestine,
than I am, right?
Yeah, I would freaking make sure that Israel does not using any of the support that we give them whatsoever to hurt children in Palestine. And if they refused to do that, then I would stop funding them completely and completely cut them off until they were able to actually do something where they are able to attack Hamas without these type of mass casualties. It's not very difficult. We can stop them whenever we want to. They need us.
Yeah. No, they definitely like dependent on us, and it's like they keep using like us as like saying like we're like anti-Semite if we like say something like negative about them. It's like, it's so ridiculous. But like, from your research that you've done, like where things stand now, where would you start, like in your opinion, from just things that you've seen?
Well, sir, that's where I would start right there. But if you're asking me on my plan to create peace in the Middle East, I'm going to go ahead and refer to people that are a lot smarter than me, because Palestine has been at war for thousands of years, and I don't even close to pretend on knowing how we're going to create peace in the Middle East.
No,
man.
I'm not saying thousands of years. I'm saying like right now, like right now, it's like, if we want to bring this to attention to everyone, can you tell me your personal opinion?
Sir, I already gave you my personal opinion. What are you talking about?
I'm saying, like, can you give me your personal? So what would you do right now? Like right now, day one, if you were the president, what would you do? How would you start to like de-escalate this situation?
Okay, I just told you, so I'm gonna hang up the phone and move on to the next person. So have a wonderful day. I already said that. I'm not gonna keep repeating it. Thank you so much for the super chat, Josh. That was a very weird flex. And Dylan, thank you so much for the 5 Canadian dollars. I really appreciate that. It says that so many Palestinian children were unalived by the IDF before the war even started. Very good point. I appreciate that, Dylan. Thank you so much. Hi, hello, how are you?
Good, how's it going, buddy?
It's going well. How old are you?
42.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Why is that?
I think just from what we've seen the left do, I don't know if it's so much about Trump, but kind of just their reaction towards him kind of freaked us out a little bit.
Yeah, gotcha, sir. So I'm not asking why you don't support the Democrats, because the Democrats aren't in power. The right owns the judiciary, they own the conservative, they own the legislature, they own the executive branch, and they are currently passing pieces of legislation. Very, very bad pieces of legislation. Are you there?
There we are. Yeah, I got you. Continue.
Yeah. So again, the left doesn't have any control over our government right now. So I'm not asking you about the left. I'm asking you if you support what Donald Trump is doing, because they are currently passing pieces of legislation that are taking healthcare away from 17 million Americans, taking food assistance away from tens of millions of Americans, like, doing freaking
What Americans? Which ones?
people on Medicaid.
I
People
know,
on
but which
SNAP
ones? It has
benefits.
to be a bracket. It has to be designed by bracket. Which bracket are we going after? What a
Has
small
to-
number.
Why does it have to be designed by bracket?
Well, then it would just be random, right? If you just say, I mean, how could they decide who's going to lose 17 million if it's not designed by a bracket of some sort? How would you decide who's going to lose it? So it must be income based or legal
No.
status based.
Well, of course it's
things
income
like
based,
that.
sir, because Medicaid is only for a certain income bracket. Do you not know that?
I definitely know that.
Okay,
But-
so when you
well,
ask
hold
which
on, hold on.
bracket, it would be the
It's not-
people that qualify for Medicaid, because that would
Which
be
is
the
the
only
majority
bracket
of
that could
Americans.
that would be the only bracket that would qualify for Medicaid.
Wrong. It's not basically income based, just so you know. There's other medical things that you can get in there for, and exemptories that you can also get in. But also, I just want to say is that I know my government on my side is trying to chase illegals and trying to clean up our system. So I think that's the people they're going after. Is some sort of way they've scammed the system.
Yeah, again, we already have data on how many people are trying to scam the system, okay, because we tracked
I'm
that
sure
before.
it's some.
Yeah, it's less than 2% of any Medicaid cases are actually considered fraudulent in any way, shape, or form.
2% of what?
Sir, I'm still talking.
All of America?
Sir, I'm still talking. If you would just let me finish my sentence, you wouldn't have to ask questions about the sentence I'm in the middle of saying. Yeah, awesome. So it's less than 2%, and the majority of those cases that are, in that 2% that are actually fraudulent aren't actually like patients that are trying to get Medicaid that don't, deserve it. It's actually healthcare providers that are trying to fraudulently bill Medicaid for things that they didn't do or they didn't actually do correctly, saying that they performed services that they didn't. The doctors are actually most of the fraudulent cases that are, within Medicaid. And when those things are caught, they're already stopped. So saying you're going to cut over $1 trillion out of Medicaid and create all of these work requirements doesn't go after people that are fraudulent. It goes after people that are actually on it who are not causing the fraud.
Okay. I mean, once again, it sounds like we don't know who or why they're going after. You said it's, we don't know if they're going
I know
after the
why.
poor people.
Well,
okay.
yes,
I
I
think
know.
They're just
I
trying
know.
to clean up a lot of
I know who and
unspent
why.
money.
People that are on Medicaid, which is poor people. Okay. And why are they doing that? They're doing that so they can give tax cuts to rich people. So I know who and why. Yeah.
Right. Listen, if you had, like most of us kind of like have around 20 to maybe 60 grand in the bank if you're lucky. If I were to hand you $1 million, it would change your life. You would start buying things, but then you realize you can't really buy much more. So don't think the rich who have hundreds of millions really give a shit about hundreds of millions more, of a break to them. This isn't about money, but having the important people who run our country stay happy, who keep our wheels turning. So anyways,
well, let's actually talk about what you just said there, sir. Okay. So if you had $1 million in the bank, okay. Right. So can you pretend that you have $1 million in the bank and I want to give you another $1 million? Would you say, no, I have enough money?
No, of course not.
Okay. Then why do you think rich people that have a whole bunch of money would not want more money? That's literally exactly what you're saying, which doesn't make any sense. Okay.
Well,
second of all,
no,
I'm
we're going to
addressing
pander to our rich people.
The second part I'm addressing is that money going to them in the form of tax cut does not keep the wheels turning. It actually does the exact opposite. It causes things like stagflation in our economy because money sits up at the top and stays at the rich people who are not spending it actively in our economy on a regular basis. So if you actually want to boost the economy and you actually want to keep the economy moving, you want to do the opposite. You actually want to take money from those large corporations who are just sitting on top of it and move it down into the middle and lower classes and give them more money, because then they all spend, therefore they spend at those large corporations, which then feeds into corporations, which then cycles back down into the middle class. All right.
Absolutely.
So what Donald Trump does is he is taking money from lower classes, people on Medicaid, people on SNAP benefits, right? And he's giving that money to rich people for them to sit on it. So it's not good for the middle class or the lower class of the United States. It's not good for our economy. It's not helping the wheels turn. It's not causing expansion. It's not creating jobs. It's not doing any of those things. It's just making rich people richer just for the sake of making them richer.
Give me 2 minutes. I think that we, and I've seen videos, all right, so when I say these things, I'm not lying, you know, and I hope we all can believe that there is some percentage of people that do this, that take advantage of our systems, like EBT, link cards, things like that. So I've seen video of them saying, you know, don't get a job, let's keep our Section 8, or you can steal this money by doing this with EBT, and just so much corruption in our systems of people who don't want to go to work. And then the money that we do give them, they either send it back to another country and they don't invest it into our stations here in America. So I think a good cleanup is due. And when we say, you know, these rich people, I mean, if you upset them, they leave. If you go after them, they don't have to stay here. They'll take their business and Tesla and iPhones, and they'll go to another country where they can keep their monies high. So that's what I mean. We try to like, yes, they will.
No, they don't. Actually, when you saw you did not see companies stay here when Donald Trump dropped their tax the first time. You actually saw a huge exodus of companies out of this country, okay, even with the tax cuts. And we continue to see them. But regardless of any of that, everything, like literally almost everything you said is ridiculous. You said that, people are sitting on their butts.
So they don't take advantage of our systems.
Sir, again, you will get your questions answered if you just are quiet enough to let me answer them.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. So you're saying, oh, they're sitting on their butts. Thank you. They're sitting on their butts getting checked. Yeah, nobody gets a Medicaid check. Okay, so sitting on your butt.
I said EBT link
We're
cards.
talking about Medicaid, sir. The whole conversation is about Medicaid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were talking about Medicaid, and nobody gets a Medicaid check.
I
Okay.
agree.
Second of all, like I already said before, is we already have things in place to catch people that are using the system fraudulently. And if Donald Trump was to come in and say, hey, I would like, you know, things to be more, you know, we need to put more money into the system to make sure that people aren't using it fraudulently, then that's a good thing. I don't have a problem with that, but that's not what he did. He just said, we're going to cut funding to it off the top with absolutely no proof that any of these negative things that you're talking about are happening at any type of large scale, okay? Or that the money that he's going to cut, or that the money that he's actually cutting is actually going to stop any of the stuff that we're talking about, okay? So he could just be cutting money, and we have no guarantee that that money is actually going to stop any type of fraudulent behavior, because again, the systems that were already in place to catch those fraudulent behaviors are already there, and now that they have less money in those systems, that is less systems in there to actually catch fraudulent money happening. But again, we already know what percentage of these are happening in fraudulent, and it's not happening at any type of mass rating. And you're sure as hell not taking EBT card money and sending it to other countries, because that's not possible. Medicaid money is not going to sit to other countries. That's not possible, sir. If you wanted things like fraud to be stopped, then what you do is you increase the funding for the actual administrative costs of these companies to be able to, these programs to be able to stop fraudulent things from happening. You don't just cut tens or hundreds of billions of dollars from these programs and then just go, oh, it's just for fraud. Where's the proof of the fraud, sir? Where's all this fraud happening?
Well, I mean, that's a good question, because I know in like 2024 they said it was 5%. That was an estimated $31 billion in improper payments and necessarily challenges in measuring fraud. So it was $31 billion that it cost us. That little number you said that was so small and doesn't bother us. And you wanted to add more money to it. You said, man, we should hire more people to increase the problems that we're having, because obviously it's not working. So more idiots would be the answer. Rather than cutting everything, dodging the hell out of it, making sure we vet these people the right way, and just making it more efficient, man. We know it's bloated, and you guys keep fighting for it.
So you said 5% is how much is how many billions?
Say again?
How many billions did you say 5% was?
I'm reading this here. It says
no. You just said a number. You said 30. You said 30 something billion. How much was it?
5.09%, which translates to an estimated 31.1 billion in federal funds.
Gotcha. 31.5 billion in federal funds.
31.1.
31.1. Awesome. So We have proof that there is $31.1 billion in fraudulent funds. So the Trump administration is cutting $1 trillion in federal funds. So if we have 31 billion that is fraudulent. No, sir. No, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. If there's 31 billion in fraudulent funds and the Trump administration is cutting $1 trillion in funds, then who are they cutting funds for the other $770 billion?
Right. Well, it sounds like this happens every year, that we are billions in fraud investigations, and it just keeps happening over and over. And you keep saying, pour more money into it. We're saying we're going to cut it.
You're not answering my question. Answer my question.
What's going to happen to the other people?
Yeah. So if there's only $31 billion in fraud, and there's $1 trillion in funds cut, then that means that's $970 billion worth of people who aren't fraudulent, who need these benefits, that are getting cut.
It's not directly towards them. It's not like we're saying we're going to cut it directly at the people. This can go to hiring people. This can go to grants that we've had done for this. This goes many, many places, not just at the American citizens. You guys always act like you're going to watch.
Sir, you're refusing to respond to what I'm actually saying. You're refusing to respond to what I'm saying, and I'm going to keep cutting you off until you respond to it. Okay. So I like this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, first of all, you feel like
you're saying
the
that there
people.
is
I tell you the money's not
31 billion.
The people.
You're saying that there is
it's not
31
towards all
billion.
the people.
You're saying that there's 31 billion.
Right.
Okay. In funds that are fraudulent.
Yeah,
the Trump administration is cutting $1 trillion.
Right.
Okay. The other $970 billion is now people that are on Medicaid, that qualify for it, that deserve to have it, that aren't getting it. Okay? So, if we have $970 billion worth of money that people that need Medicaid, the people that are literally make less than $50,000, that are disabled, that are, that have, all of these exemptions in Medicaid, all these people that need it, that now can't get it. Okay?
Yeah.
Where are they going to get their Medicare? Where are they going to get their care from?
I don't know. I feel like he just did this without even asking the question. Well, what I mean is that's what you guys think, that he would do something major and not have some incredible analyst not going over what the repercussions of such a situation would be. That you think he's just going to put 12 million people on the street with no Medicaid, that we're just going to let everyone suffer. It's always so extremes with you guys. It's hilarious. So, once again, I believe that the money will not go directly cutting towards people, but grants, programs, hiring, lots of stuff that money's going to cut. It won't just be towards the American people. This guy fights for the American people. This guy wants
if you put all of those
kids.
If you took all the programs and grants and administrative costs, it still wouldn't reach the money that Donald Trump is cutting.
Okay. Well, we're going to see. Just
no, we don't have to see. I can read, sir. I don't have to. No, sir. I don't have to see.
We're going to take men out of women's sports. We're going to
be
protect
quiet.
our people.
Stop crashing out. Really, it's sad.
Okay. I'm great. I'm smiling.
You can be smiling and crashing out. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Your entire statement is literally this is your entire rebuttal to what I've just asked you. Okay? And I've talked to you directly, and I've asked you 3 or 4 times. And this is your entire thing. Okay?
Okay.
Nuh-uh. That was your entire argument to the entire thing. It is, I love Donald Trump, and because I love Donald Trump, I don't think that he would do X, Y, and Z. Okay? When all of the data...
Is that what I said, chat? I want the chat to go ahead and clear that up.
Sir, please stop crashing out. I'm still talking. Sir, please stop talking.
Go ahead.
Okay? So, that was your entire argument, was just, I like Trump, and I don't think Trump will do that. Okay. When I'm going after the actual data, all of the new work requirements, and we've seen what work requirements do. Okay. They take people off of Medicaid that deserve Medicaid. Okay.
Your argument was that we're
taking again, if you cannot let me finish talking, then I will just hang up on you and move to someone else. Okay. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
Okay.
Okay. It really doesn't.
I know.
Awesome. All right. So, we've seen what these added work requirements do. We've seen what these new paperwork requirements do. And what they do is they take really good people, really hardworking people, especially people in rural America, off of their health insurance, right? It takes Medicaid away from them. Okay, we already see 300 rural hospitals in the United States that are most likely going to have to close or looking due to closing if all of these Medicaid cuts go the way that they're supposed to. 1 in 4 freaking nursing homes in the United States that rely on Medicaid are going to have to close due to these cuts. Okay. There was actually and rural hospitals are coming out just being absolutely crazy about this. People that primarily voted for Trump, all right, are going to hurt the worst from these Medicaid cuts. Okay. And it's all just because Donald Trump does not care about people that actually need health care. All right. Point blank.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
And he's willing to take those benefits from them, those social safety nets, which we rely on, right, as a society, and give them to rich people for no reason, while also adding debt, which is just crazy. All right.
Yeah.
So if you're just okay with all those people losing healthcare, that's fine. Just say, I don't give a fuck about poor people, and I hope they all freaking lose healthcare. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
But don't try to make excuses like somehow this is some master plan by Donald Trump to get rid of fraud. There's no data and no information that says that whatsoever.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to stand on this. My number one argument was that I believe that they are using the money for not just to go after the people, but after programs. I didn't say, I love Trump. Next, I'm going to go ahead and say that I believe that people abuse the hell out of our systems. We already talked about billions in fraud, and we are going to continue to cut this stuff and go after these things. And you can say that we don't like poor people and we don't love immigrants and things like that, but I want you guys to watch a rebirth of our country happening right here. Because if we didn't do anything, if we just did what you guys did, things would stay the same.
All right, stop with the grandstanding. We already discussed this part. There's not enough fraud in there for it to cover it. If you added all the fraud,
31
all
billion.
Sir, they cut $1 trillion.
31 billion is a lot of money.
Yeah, you know what else is a lot of money? $1 trillion.
Okay, well, I guarantee you this: it won't be 31 billion next year in fraud.
I need you to listen to me.
I guarantee you
I need you to listen to me. Okay, I need you to listen to me.
Bet
okay?
money on it.
Because I've already discussed this, and I really don't like repeating myself.
Okay.
Okay. If you took all of those programs that you're talking about, that you think they're going to cut, and then you took all of the fraud that you have claimed is happening, okay, and then you took all of the administrative costs. All of it, every dollar of administrative costs, and you combined it all together, it still does not equal the amount of money that Donald Trump is cutting from fucking Medicaid. So your entire whole thing about, oh, it's fraud and they're going to cut programs and administrative costs and all that sort of stuff. First of all, no, they're not, because then why would they have work requirements? If they're increasing the work requirements, that automatically says it's not taking that away. Okay, first of all. Second of all, even if that was the case, it's still not enough money to cover all the money that they're cutting from Medicaid. Okay?
Okay.
So stop using this grandstanding rhetoric to be like, you're seeing a rebirth of blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. All you're saying is like, I believe it's coming from this and that. When I believe doesn't mean nothing, dude. It doesn't mean anything. Okay? We're talking about what's actually in the bill. Not what you believe.
I'm reading it right now.
Okay? You're reading the bill.
So state experiments with work requirements have been plagued with administrative issues such as eligible enrollees have been losing coverage over paperwork problems.
Sir, I don't care about rhetoric.
Overruns.
Where does it actually cut?
That's NPR.org, just so you know.
NPR.org is not the bill.
Well, no.
So now you just told me that you lied because obviously it wasn't the bill.
I mean, I'm in what the bill does. I'm reading the healthcare part.
So therefore, you're not reading the bill. So you just lied right there.
Well, yes. Yeah, I mean reading the bill. I'm reading what it does. So what I'm reading is true, smart ass. So anyways, look, man, I appreciate your time for the debate. I'm going to stand on ground. There's no way you're going to change our mind that what your side has done doesn't need extreme fixing. And we're not going to go into it because we're only on Medicare, but I appreciate your time, man. That's about all I got. That's all I know for Medicare, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Not only was this a bad conversation, but we weren't even talking about Medicare. Okay. You don't even know what we were talking about. So have a wonderful day.
All right.
Yeah. We were talking about Medicaid. Bro didn't even know what we were talking about. We're even talking about the right thing. Right? Not even on the right subject over here. Eric, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate that. It says single payer health system would save trillions. Trillions. Like so much money. Like literally so much money it would save. It's ridiculous. And H, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna reopen up these phone lines. I think I thought I saw something else too. Sorry, on my phone, but I have to check again because it's being. Oh, stop. Oh, and Erica, thank you so much for the $20 on PayPal. I really, really appreciate that. For Tax the Rich. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Erica. I really appreciate that. Why is my camera not focusing? All right, y'all. If y'all would like to support, thank you so much, Erica. That was a chat for Erica and H. I really appreciate y'all for the support. If you guys would like to support, again, I do have the super chats open. All my pay links are in the bio. All that fun stuff. Money Gun gift goal, subs, memberships, all the fun stuff. So if you guys would like to support, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. How old are you?
18,
Awesome. What year were you born?
2007.
I just don't believe you. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, how old are you?
I am 20.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, I think he's doing a great job opening up the border. Closing down the borders and getting rid of the immigrants.
Oh, is that all?
Well, that's the subject. Last time you were talking about the Medicaid. Is that all you're going to talk about here?
No, I just figured you'd have something else to say. I didn't know it was just he's closing down
Well,
the
I just
border and
wanna-
get rid of all the immigrants because he's not doing the second one, at least. I guess technically he's doing the first one.
Well, the thing is, the judges are trying to prevent him from doing what he's doing. Judges are trying to
You
stop
mean
him.
the
from
judges
getting
are
rid of
doing
them.
their job?
Well, I'm going to ask you this: how is that? How is getting rid of his power to do that, letting him do his job?
What?
Sorry. How are the judges doing their jobs?
What's the job of the judiciary?
Well, the president is trying to.
It's not what I asked
clean
you.
up
What's the job of the judiciary?
to control law,
Not control
And-
law.
to judge law, to keep it.
You're getting close. It's to interpret the law. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So the judges are taking what Donald Trump is doing, using the law to determine whether what he was doing is legal or not. That's their job.
And can I ask you, how is what Trump's doing illegal?
Depends on which thing that he's doing.
I'm talking about cleaning up the country from the immigrants.
He's not cleaning up. Sir, first of all, immigrants aren't dirt. You don't clean from them.
Now, that is just a figure of speech.
I know
I'm
it's a
not gonna
really,
say-
really bad one, and I don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah, because again, these
I'll
are
play it
human
for you.
beings that are people. All right, and treating them like they're
Okay.
dirt because like you have to clean it up and get rid of them like you're freaking, like you're like it's just sad. Okay, so
Okay.
I don't like using that language to describe human beings. Let's start there.
Okay, I will use better language.
Yeah, awesome. Just, human being language. All right. Second of all right, Donald Trump is deporting people, trying to deport people that are American citizens. He's actually deported 3 already. He's trying to denaturalize American citizens. He's deporting people to foreign prisons. He's creating detention centers in areas that are specifically unhospitable and inhumane. Okay, he's sending people to terrorist prisons in fucking, in El Salvador. He's trying to freaking send people to countries that they didn't even come from, countries that are in civil
Hold on,
wars.
hold on. You
Is that
corrected
not
my
enough for you?
language. Well, you corrected my language. I just like to correct your language because
I'm not interested.
the-
Respond to what I said.
well, there's another thing. You corrected what I'm saying, so I'm going to correct what you're saying.
I'm
That's
not
unfair to
interested.
my act. Why do you use the curse words? Why? Just asking.
Because I can.
So here's another thing. Because judges can stop Trump, why should they?
Because of the law.
Okay. Now, let me ask you, are you a believer?
Sorry. Anyways, apologize for that. Sorry, what did you say?
Are you a believer?
A believer in what?
In Jesus, God, whatever you want to call
Oh,
him?
absolutely not.
Why not? I'm not judging you. I'm curious.
Why not? I don't know.
Well, okay. How about this?
Why are you a
I'm
believer?
Yeah.
Yeah, why are you a believer?
Why am I a believer? Because my life has been drastically changed.
Has it been?
It has.
Yeah. Anyways, what does this have to do with anything?
Well, it's just a. I'm sorry, I got off topic, but I'm just curious if you were. Never mind. I'm just gonna drop the subject on that because that is not helping anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. What does the Bible say about immigrants?
Well, the current topic I was on was your language, but you're not a believer, so it wouldn't.
What does the
matter
Bible
if
say
you
about
had
immigrants?
Well, I'm not sure about that. I can research that right now if you'd like.
I can read it for you.
Go ahead. I'd like to hear it. I'm curious.
Let's see. Where's the good one on there? I think it's Leviticus 19. This is the verse. I want to pull it up in a different version though. Leviticus 19:33. There we go. I just don't like that version because it reads horribly bad. English Standard sucks. I believe it's 33. Yeah, there we go. When a foreigner resides among you in your land, do not mistreat him. The foreigner residing among you must be treated as your native born. Love them as yourself, for you were foreigners in Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Leviticus 19:33 and 34.
Can I give you another thing here?
Sure.
It is in the Old Testament, not the New Testament.
And I
So
care about
believe
that. Why?
Well, there's a difference between Old Testament and New Testament.
There's a big difference between Old Testament and New Testament, but both of them are the word of God, are they not?
Yes, but there are changes.
Yeah, there is changes, but is God
there are
but is God the
covenants.
same yesterday, today, and tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay,
but
so if
his-
God is the same
way of
yesterday,
working has
today, and
changed.
tomorrow, and God also
Covenants
says that
change.
you should treat that. I'm sorry. Maybe you can show me in the New Testament where it goes against this, and it actually says, "I actually want you to mistreat the aliens amongst you. I want you to send them to foreign torture prisons for no reason." Maybe there's something in the New
How are
Testament
we
that says that
mistreating them?
by
How are we
sending them to
mistreating them?
literal torture prisons.
And what is a torture prison? Where are these torture prisons?
El Salvador, CCOT, is a literal terrorist torture prison.
And they're sending their people into our country?
Nope, we're sending our people into theirs. Our migrants
And-
migrants to that prison.
Are they our people, though?
Sir, I'm sorry. Does the Bible said, "Oh, it's cool to torture people as long as they're not your people," or does it say, "When a foreigner resides among you in your land, do not mistreat them"? I can't remember. Or does it say, "When a foreigner resides in your land, well, as long as they're not yours, send them to be tortured"?
Now, this is not talk. This you gotta think about the time period. The time period was whenever people were living in literal tents out in the desert. And so if there was a foreigner who was traveling on his way, you would treat him as your friend, and not if they're coming to stay permanently illegally and not go the legal route.
Sir, that is not what the Bible verse says, okay?
You're going off of one Bible verse and not the context around it. Context is key.
Sir, this does not say if you're traveling and you run across people, be cool with them. This says when a foreigner resides among you in your land. I don't know where you're from, okay? My land is the United States. What about you?
United States.
All right, awesome. So if people are coming from Honduras or Mexico, are they foreigners to my land if they're here?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Cool. So the Bible says when a foreigner resides amongst you in your land, so that means the Bible is telling me when a foreigner comes to my land, which is the United States, okay, right?
Okay.
Do not mistreat them. Okay?
And how are we mistreating them?
By taking them and putting them in foreign torture prisons.
And how many people have that happen to?
If it's
out of how
one,
many?
it's too many according to your Bible.
Okay. Now,
Awesome.
how many people
Cool.
was it? How many is it?
Hundreds, literally hundreds. Not to mention that he's
Okay,
going to start
100
sending
out
people
of
to
how many?
Sudan. Sir, I'm sorry. Let me reread the Bible verse for you. You're not doing a very good job as a Christian. I'm just thought I'd let you know when you're literally trying to ask me how many, because I don't think this says when a foreigner resides among your land, do not mistreat them. But
Well, you not getting
a few
the point
hundred
then.
of them is cool. Sorry, I must have missed that little part in there. I guess it says mistreat only a few hundred of them. That's fine. But the rest of them. Okay. But it also
Now,
says the
thing.
foreigner residing among you must be treated as your native born. So treat
Okay,
them
can I-
as if they're from here and love them as yourself. Okay.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir. I would like you to explain to me how you call yourself a Christian, but you are literally going against what the Bible says.
Here's something. Christian is one thing. Christians are not perfect. That's another thing. Not everybody's perfect. And the second thing, if we are, because you say it's okay. Do you know the number? I'm not sure right now, but do you know the total number of immigrants we have?
Sir, yes, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
It has to do with what I'm talking about. Well, if that many out of however many immigrants are in the United States right now, if maybe that could be a mistake. I'm not saying that's what it is. That's just a simple possibility. It's a possibility. It's probably a small portion of it, but it could be a portion of it. A mistake. Nobody is perfect, correct?
Sir, it was not only not a mistake, okay? The judges
You
ordered that
think
they
Trump
didn't
would
do
send
it.
people to other countries on purpose? You think that?
Sir, we
you think
we
that
not
Trump
only
doesn't care?
fly them to other countries on purpose, we pay El Salvador to keep them in the torture prison. Your American tax dollars
Hold on.
are going
Hold
to
on.
El Salvador
Can
to
I
keep
correct-
people
wait,
in that
not correct.
prison.
Can I make sure I knew what you said? Did you say we paid them to beat them?
No, we pay them to torture them.
Paid them to torture them?
Yeah.
And can I ask, what kind of torture? What do you call the torture?
What
they're
kind
doing?
of
What is-
torture? Dude, do you not care what your Bible says at all?
That's beside the point. I'm
No,
asking
it is
what
not beside
is-
the point. It is the exact point. Do you not,
there's
sir?
different torture.
The fact
Some
that,
torture is,
sir,
like,
the fact
physical,
that you
some
were
is just-
literally on here claiming to be a believer, as you called it, claiming to be a Christian, as you call it, okay? Where the Bible, this is not the only time the Bible says don't mistreat people, okay? It says it many times through there, but this is
Okay, here's another
specific.
thing. What do
No,
you
no,
call
no.
a Christian? What is a Christian?
Sir, I'm speaking.
Okay, sorry.
Your literal Bible tells you that you should not treat immigrants like this. Okay? And you are up here justifying going against your Bible, mistreating of freaking migrants. Okay? You're justifying it to me instead of just saying, no, as a Christian, my Bible tells me not to do this and I shouldn't do that. Because that's what a real Christian would do, right? A real Christian would say, hey, the Bible says I should not mistreat foreigners. We should treat them as native born among us, right? Love them as yourself. And you know what? That's a very good value. I really actually like that value, right? That God is telling us not to mistreat people, to treat people well, to love them as yourself. That's a great thing. Okay? Hell, I'm not even a Christian and I can agree with that. Right? I think love people as yourself. Don't mistreat people. I think those are great values. Okay? So why are you taking the great values that are in the Bible, okay, in this case, and you're trying to freaking justify how we go against them?
Here's what. So you're saying I'm a terrible Christian. Okay, I'm not going to judge you for saying anything like that. But can I ask, what do you define a Christian to be?
A follower of Christ. That's what the word means.
Okay, well, what is a follower of Christ?
Someone who follows Christ.
And how do you follow Christ? What do you have to do to follow Christ?
What do you have to do to follow Christ, sir? That depends on which sect of Christianity you believe in.
Sorry, one more time. I didn't hear you there.
That depends on what sect of Christianity you happen to belong to.
Okay. Now, what's one off the top of your head, you know?
Sir, I am not playing the "Are you a Christian" game. I don't even believe in your silly religion, okay?
You're playing that.
So
You're
I'm not
asking-
doing this. I am asking you why you justify your Bible saying not to do this, and you still are saying that you should do it.
It's you're getting beside the question.
No, you're getting beside the point. Okay? You're getting beside the point because real Christians would freaking be against the mistreatment of people in general, but especially the mistreatment of migrants since your Bible says not to do it.
And you say real Christians would not go for deporting illegal immigrants. Now, what makes a real Christian?
All right, sir.
You
All
didn't
right,
answer.
sir. Well, and since you are just refusing to engage in this conversation, I'll just move on because this is ridiculous.
You are refusing. I asked you a question.
Sir,
I've answered your
you know what
question
makes a
to the
real
best of my
Christian to
ability.
me?
Okay.
You want to know what makes me a real Christian to me?
I would love to
Your
hear.
entire religion is fake and I don't believe in you, so I don't believe that there's a real Christian. Okay?
Sorry, one more time.
Cool. Your entire religion is fake, and I don't believe in Christianity that Christianity exists. So therefore, I don't believe that a real Christian exists. Period. Okay. I am not saying what I am saying makes a Christian. Okay. I am saying what Christians say make a Christian, and I believe that the Bible is the Word of God. Is it not?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes
but
or no?
you
Is
said
the Bible the Word of God?
It is the word of God through man.
Awesome.
For man.
So if the Bible is the Word of God and God tells you to treat foreigners, okay, as native born, to not mistreat them, to love them as yourself, and God is saying that, then shouldn't you listen?
Yes, but you're
Yes,
also forgetting.
then why aren't you?
That you are also forgetting the fact that the hold on, let me catch my words. That the Old Testament is a different time period, different standards, different way of life,
Yeah.
different people.
No.
For them to treat the people coming into their section of land that they're
No.
living in. Okay,
Just
why
wrong.
not?
Stop trying to freaking use the Bible and turn the Bible to justify your hatred for the other people. It's disgusting. Okay.
I don't
Like
think that is a
literally,
big
if there is
contradiction.
one thing I can't stand more than anything, it's that people that use their fucking religion to be horrible to people. Okay.
Who said I'm being horrible? to
You
somebody?
are, because you're up here justifying the maltreatment of other human beings right
That
now on my
doesn't
life.
make me horrible.
Yes, it
I
does.
am not being
Yes, it does.
horrible.
It does make
You
you a
said
horrible
I
person.
am
I am
the
letting
one
you know
doing-
right now, you are being a horrible person because you are up on my live in front of, let's see, between both lives, about 2,000 people between my YouTube and TikTok right now. You are up here justifying the mistreatment of foreigners on my fucking live. Hail Satan.
And it wouldn't Satan be also in the Bible?
I don't actually believe in Satan, sir. It's a joke.
Okay. And why would you joke about that?
Sir, all right.
What is
Anyway,
your
sir,
religion,
I
then?
think you need to go. What do you pray? Maybe
Okay.
or something.
And what should I pray about?
You should pray that you actually listen to your own Bible and actually
Okay.
start treating human beings like human beings. Okay? Because right now
Okay, I will-
you're being a
I
piece
will
of
do
shit. Okay, and going against your own Bible to justify your right wing belief. Okay, instead of just treating people well. Okay,
Now here's another thing.
it's real. No, I don't want to hear another thing from you.
Okay. You're saying other things though, so
Yeah, that's the cool thing about running your own live. I can totally do that. Yeah.
Which is kind of rude that you're not giving me a chance to speak.
No,
too.
what's
You
rude is you
offered to
freaking
let
using
us
your
talk.
Bible
You
to
offered,
justify the mistreatment of other human beings. That's what's rude. Okay?
you offered to let us talk on here, and then you're suddenly denying us that.
Us? You got a frog in your pocket?
Us? There are other people that are calling. There's
There's other people
I've
who
been
would
watching.
actually engage in the conversation with me that I could be talking to. And I'm denying them
Are we
the
not having
ability,
a
and I'm
conversation?
denying them the ability to speak while I'm talking to you who's not engaging in the conversation.
There
Okay.
was another dude. I think he was right before me. I'm not sure, but he was trying to talk, and then you started cutting him off, saying, "I'm going to keep on cutting him off."
You see how you just keep
cutting you
changing
off.
the conversation from everything except for what your Bible says?
I'm sorry. One more time.
You are trying to change the conversation to everything except what your Bible says.
Okay, you are too.
No,
You
I
call
am
me a
the
terrible
literally
Christian, which
only
is
reading
not
the
what
Bible verse.
says.
I am only just reading the Bible verse and asking you to justify it, and you're doing everything but that. Okay? You're doing everything but engaging because you don't actually want to listen to your Bible unless it agrees with what you want to say, okay, about immigrants. All right? And if
Okay.
your Bible goes against what you have to say about immigrants, then you don't like it anymore, and then you run away from it. Okay? So, since you want to run away from what your Bible says so bad, I'm going to go ahead and let you, all right?
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. Sorry. Cannot stand people that use their freaking Bible to justify freaking maltreatment of people or ignore their Bible on the good thing instead. Like, it's just absolutely crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me. 1 second, guys. All right. Sorry about that. We're going to move on to the next caller. Keep this thing going. Really appreciate you guys. Let me hit up a few super chats real quick. There was a lot of them that came through. I don't want to miss them. Oh my God. Where are we at? This guy says, thank you for the $5 super chat. Says, are you really saying judges can rule on and delay every single action Trump makes? That's your interpretation? Yeah, that's pretty simple. If it's that good of a policy, then why not let the law work itself out? Because if not, what you have is Trump can literally say or do whatever the hell he wants. And then we have to wait for the charge to catch up. He could make a rule saying, black people aren't legal in the United States. And if a judge can't put in an injunction to stop that, then just black people aren't legal in the United States until somebody has to come up and rule with it. So yes, they absolutely should be able to. So that's pretty simple. Lois, thank you for the wonderful stream. Keep educating. I really appreciate that for the $5 super chat. Deporting of foreigners is treating them well. Deporting of foreigners. Oh, we're doing great over here. Anyway. Thank you so much. Mel, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said, hate the Medicaid cuts. My son had autism and we have Medicaid and regular insurance to cover the care he needs to function. But this administration doesn't believe in that. And that's the worst part about these Medicaid cuts. Truly. And I'm very, very sorry, Mel. Please try to stay on top of your stuff. I know it's going to be really, really rough over this next, over the time that this is still in place. So really for you and your son's sake, please try to keep up with it as much as you can. But yeah, that's the worst thing is it really attacks people with disabilities, like really even disproportionately to anybody else. And that's really, really sad. Absolutely horrible. So I'm very sorry, Mel, that you're going through that. Thank you so much for the support. And I hope that everything works out with you and your son, truly. Shao said, are you a believer? Because the Bible doesn't support white supremacy. You're right. The Bible does not support white supremacy. It does support some other slavery things, but anyways, thank you so much for the super chat, Shalucille. There you go, Shalucille. We got there. Thank you so much, Stacy. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says Jesus infamously said, "Thou shalt only enter through a legal port of entry." Yeah, exactly, Stacy. I believe that's in 2nd Chronicles. I'm pretty sure somewhere in 2nd Chronicles that thou shalt only enter if I actually believe your asylum claim and through a port of entry. Thank you so much, Stacy. Wake up, Sweep. It said, great job quoting the scriptures. True Christianity is based on love for others and worship, not love of the creator. MAGA worships Trump. That's the real thing right there. That's the real thing right there. If you just study on the love for others, helping other people out, then, then it'd be great. But, and that's why they're trying to overturn this stuff where ministers can be political and not lose their tax status. Because they don't want to, because they want to be able to preach from pulpits or be able to political sides from pulpits. It's really sad. It's really, really sad. And they use it for that side too. So thank you so much for the super chat, Wake Up Sweep. Eric, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says if evangelicals believe in whatever God hates like them. Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're trying to match it up at some point. Julio, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. He also said it's called humanity. Coco, thank you so much. Says maybe it's Bible Trump made political religion. Yeah, maybe that's in the Trump Bible. Maybe that's why I missed it. And Dylan, thank you so much for the $5 Canadian. Says, why does God in the Old Testament behave with all the 7 deadly sins in his personality? Truth. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving. Thank you guys so much for super chat. Sorry, there was quite a few on that one. It was a long conversation. I was trying to get through it, so sorry if I didn't get to go as far into all of them as I wanted to, but we will get to all of them. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
I support Trump because I'm seeing a lot of people doing these lives, and it seems as though that NGOs are paying you guys to do these. So I support Trump because he's not doing this. He's not paying people to do these type of lives.
Literally, there is first of all, I'm not getting paid by anybody, but from grassroots support from the people out here on these in the crowd that like to support my content. So those are the people that help me out and pay me out and allow me to keep doing that thing, which is really awesome. Mm-hmm. But literally, there is literally so much evidence of the Republican Party playing influencers. It's not even fucking funny. Like literally, there is like a huge thing. There is literally a huge thing about the Republican Party directly paying influencers. That is freaking wild. And while there are some left wing, I'm still talking, ma'am.
It's insane.
And while there is some, ma'am, even though there is some evidence that the Democratic Party is paying certain creators, it's sure as hell not me.
Not some. You said there's a lot of evidence. So are Republicans doing lives like these?
I mean, not as entertaining, but Republicans aren't as cute as me. So
all the Democrats are being pushed to be in the forefront to do these type of lives.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I said all these Democrats are pushing you type of guys, influencers, in our algorithms with these types of lives.
Ma'am, if you're on my algorithm, it's because you think I'm cute. That's it. Okay.
No, I think you're gay.
All right. Well, I can be cute and gay.
Okay, both are factual. Anything else?
Anything else? You're the one up here talking to me. I'm not talking to you. You're the one who called.
Okay, cool. So about the Bible verses, what I'm seeing a lot is that a lot of liberals and Democrats, you guys love attacking that Bible, love attacking Jesus. You're using stuff that was written in ancient times and trying to apply it to 2025 and then trying to justify it. Then you contradict yourself and then tell someone who is a Christian not to use the Bible to harm other people. But yet you have these illegal immigrants who are literally harming children, who are literally drug trafficking, human trafficking, sex trafficking. Someone explained that marijuana farm where kids were being exploited on there.
Yeah, ma'am, I'm against crimes,
No one wants
ma'am.
to talk about Obama's kids in cages.
Yes, we can.
No one wants to talk about that.
I can
But
talk
yet
about that.
You guys love talking about
Ma'am, I'll talk about it right now. What are you talking about? Nobody wants to talk about it. I'll talk about it right now. Why are you saying nobody wants to talk about it? I don't give a shit. Why do you think I fucking give a shit about talking about it?
you got to repeat that last part.
Yeah, why do you think I would give a shit about talking about it? I don't give a shit.
About talking about the kids in cages?
Yeah, first of all, being against crime doesn't mean that you have to be against, you have to be for unjust immigration laws, okay? You can be against crime regardless of who is committing it. Because guess what? If there's a freaking farm out there where they're exploiting children and doing drug stuff and doing illegal stuff, I think that's bad regardless of whether they're immigrants or not. You're the one that's making it an immigrant conversation instead of a crime conversation. Ma'am, I'm still in the middle of a sentence. If you can't handle yourself as an adult, ma'am, this is your last chance to let me finish sentences. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Just like a liberal.
1.
Bye.
Aw, she ran. Poor baby. Oh my goodness. Is this what y'all got? I know why MAGA men are so upset all the time. They got to deal with women like that, I guess. Ryan, thank you so much for the $1 Venmo. Said from the DNC. Oh, I guess the DNC did pay me. Ryan, thank you so much for the Venmo. DNC paid me. Yeah, just like a liberal as she runs away. Ogden, thank you so much for the super chat over here. Said we love your mission and knowledge. I hope you have a speedy and successful recovery from your upcoming health procedure, Polly. Much love. Thank you so much for remembering that I have surgery on Thursday. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet. Thank you so much. And I will try to recover, get back to you guys as soon as I can. I might be up here like in a little pain. We'll see how long everything holds up. And thank you guys so much for the money, guys. I saw that Flower Child. Emily, thank you guys so much. Hello, how are you?
Hello, can you suck on my massive balls?
Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Straight up, Cat. Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 20.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Awesome. Why is that?
I'm not with the. I thought I was with the secretary. I'm actually with you. I'm
my own secretary.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you have that other guy that answers the phone. Anyways.
Literally have never had anyone answer the phone but me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
again, I'm not paid for by the DNC. This is literally just me doing my thing.
I'm
That's
not here
it.
to support conspiracy theories. Those people that say you're paid by the DNC are disgraceful. But I do support Trump because I'm a single issue voter. He's curbing back abortion, and that's why I support him.
First of all, no, he's not. Abortions have gone up since the overturning of Roe versus Wade. So he's not curbing them in the slightest. Second of all, I've just kind of chosen that I'm not going to have this argument with people anymore because it's ridiculous.
Okay, well, we can move on. There's multiple reasons.
No, you said you're a single issue voter. What do you mean there's multiple reasons? You just said I'm a single issue voter and I voted because of abortion. And then when I say I'm not talking abortion, then all of a sudden there's multiple reasons.
Okay. Well, can we talk about your thing about the Bible?
No, I'm good.
One thing I found very interesting about you is you quote the Bible. Are you still there, or have I been disconnected?
You're unfortunately still here, but not for long.
Okay. Like, you want to talk about the Bible saying treat foreigners well, but you don't. I mean, the Bible also says we should kill Hindus, for example, in the book of Deuteronomy.
Are you a Christian?
To kill. Yes, I believe in Jesus Christ.
Well, then maybe that's your calling.
Not me personally. It would have to be through a base dean.
Whatever you got to go do. Whatever you got to go do for your religion, dude. I couldn't care less.
Are you a Christian?
Absolutely not. Why would I want to kill Hindus?
What is your religious persuasion?
Why would I want to go? That sounds horrible. Yeah. I don't believe in things like slavery or subjugating women.
Well, slavery is also in the Bible, and that's the thing.
I'm very aware.
As for the subjugation of women, we don't say women are inferior, but
the Bible
there are some
does.
things that they cannot do that men can do.
That's subjugation. Yeah, that would be inferiority. Yeah. So now you see why I don't really follow your religion. But anyways, I don't even know why you're still here. You have your single issue. You go deal with your single issue somewhere. Also, go read Exodus where it talks about abortion. Maybe you can learn some things. All right.
Well,
goodbye. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Hi.
I know you're asking ages. I'm 19.
Awesome.
I was just listening
Do you support Trump?
to your live.
Do you support Trump?
How would I put this? A volunteer pastor every Sunday. And I am
Me
here
too.
to say nowhere in the Bible does it say that you can't, if you don't believe in it, that you can't preach it. It encourages it. But what I would like to say is, what the fuck am I even trying to say? I won't put in the breath to try to say it.
What the hell was that? What was that? I don't even know what that was. Holy crap. Hello, how are you?
Yo, ever heard of jerk me?
Jesus, that was odd. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
I am 23.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes and no. I'm surprised I got on the show. Shit.
Well, you're on here, so why do you support Trump?
Well, the reasons that I support Trump is it's kind of silly for me, but I guess in a way I support him anyway. So the first one is because of the way that he I don't know which debate it was, but he called out Hillary Clinton when Hillary Clinton tried to call him out for not paying taxes, and then he smacked her right in the pussy for not paying taxes. That shit made me laugh.
What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
I don't know. That shit was just funny to me. He said, "Why do
Yeah,
I
but why do you
support
got to
Trump?"
use stupid shit like that? Say stupid shit like that.
What you mean?
If you don't know what I mean, then I'll just hang up.
Okay.
All right. Why you gotta say stupid shit like that, man? It's weird, bro. Artistic, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I agree with Trump on the fact that the government needs to reform. However, I think the government needs to reform from people like Trump and MAGA. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that, Artistic. 100%. I agree. Hello, how are you?
I'm well. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How old are you?
I'm 37.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Real quick. Artistic, again, thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you guys would like to support, like I said, I have like 5 more money guns over here. So if you guys would like to support there. Also, super chats are wide open on YouTube. So if you guys would like to send super chats, super stickers, all that fun stuff, I put them up on the screen. We talk about them. We have a good time. W's the chat for Artistic for that. That was a really good one. 100%. So thank you guys so much for being here and for the support. It does help me to keep doing this every day. Really appreciate you guys. Love you guys so much. All right. So why do you support Trump?
Because I think he's going to screw stuff up so bad that we'll have to make a big transition next time, and we'll probably get somebody a whole lot better.
Or we could have just had someone better right now.
Well, apparently people are too stupid to make those decisions. So now they have to be put through the fire, so to speak, and then maybe we'll get somebody like Bernie Sanders. That's what I'm hoping for. Have a great day.
You too. I don't like what he said, but there was parts of it I kind of get. I'm not going to lie. There's a couple parts in there I'm like, I kind of get it. Just a couple, not the whole thing. Hello, how are you? Hello? Hello? I didn't hang up on him. He left. I was gonna let him go. There's parts in there. I'm like, watch the world burn, maybe a little bit. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
34.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why's that?
The main reason that I support him is because me and my family are all white.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I just figured I'd call in and be honest. Seems like our best shot.
Well, you know, that makes sense to me.
All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, later.
Later.
I mean, at least he's honest. At least he's honest. What am I supposed to say? Color white. All right. Well, let's. Sounds good. Hello.
I just wanted to kind of call in and kind of, hope to have a good faith conversation here as somebody that, I do support some of Trump's, some of his policy. I really wouldn't say policy, but some of the stuff that, we thought that he had stood on whenever we had elected him. But I do also want to say that, I think a lot of these Trump supporters, and I was one of them. I just want to say this, that it is okay to be wrong. It's not bad to be, we all fuck up, we could have fucked up with Biden. These guys that are so hard on with Trump, I'm a hardcore conservative, but I don't agree a single bit with some of the things he's doing. But I can tell you some policy where he's kind of steered the country in the right direction.
Like what?
I do think, closing down the border was a good thing because, and I do not mean to get in the Bible with you. I just do want to kind of state one thing that, we all kind of are guilty of, not earning the fruits of our own labor, and this can be said for both sides. Us as Americans, we kind of take advantage of the entire rest of the world for the sake of our economy. But with that being said, some of these illegals or these asylum seekers that aren't paying their dues whenever they are here, I do think that is wrong.
So let's be very clear. First of all, one, the border was never open.
Yes, sir.
So you can't close it because it was never open. Okay. We had literally by the time Biden left office, there was less border encounters than the average under the Trump administration in his first term. Wasn't open. Okay. So let's start there. Second of all, in 2024 alone, undocumented migrants paid over $100 billion in state, local, and federal taxes. So this whole, they're coming here and they're getting a handout, that's not true either. Especially when you talk about undocumented migrants, because they can't even get handouts. Because undocumented immigrants don't qualify for any type of social safety nets. They don't qualify for welfare or, now called SNAP. They don't qualify for Medicaid or Medicare. They don't qualify for any of the things, Social Security. They don't qualify for anything.
Asylum seekers, they do in a sense, with some of these sanctuary cities, such as Chicago, it's somewhere between $2.25 billion and $2.5 billion, 1.6 of which was spent on health care for these asylum seekers who, for the most part, weren't working at the time that they were in these sanctuary cities.
Well, so hold up. But now we're confusing two things because asylum seekers are legal migrants. I wasn't talking about legal migrants. I was talking about undocumented migrants.
Yeah, well, that's kind of that can go either which way with these asylum seekers just because of kind of how these NGOs have treated this and, these people being trained to say that they're asylum seekers. And I understand, I would love to get in this country if I were from somewhere, but I would also abide by international law, which says that a lot of these asylum seekers are not asylum seekers. Actually, anybody that is not coming directly from Mexico cannot be really, according to international law, as asylum seekers.
That's not true.
That is true. According to international law.
What international law?
According to international
What international law?
The first country of entry, I would have to look it up.
That doesn't exist. Yeah.
Okay. You can look it up.
No, I have many times. It doesn't exist.
Well, it'll be your first country of entry. Would be the place.
But second of all, international law doesn't go over over U.S. law, and U.S. law definitely doesn't say that. So regardless, second of all, no one's people being trained to seek asylum. So you do realize you have to actually prove your credible fear at the border, right? Do you think people are just showing up, claiming asylum, and then being allowed in?
Yeah, you can claim asylum until you have your hearing, you're actually allowed in here.
No, almost 40% of people. Almost 40% of the people under the Biden administration that claimed asylum at the southern border were immediately deported because they did not have a credible fear. So no, you can't just walk up to the border, claim asylum without actual proof of a credible fear, and then be let in for a court case. That's not how it works.
That is 100% how it works.
Sir, almost 40% of people that sought asylum at the border, 39% to be exact, of people who sought asylum at the border showed up, did not have a credible fear, or could not pass their background check, and were immediately deported.
Okay, and of those other 60%, how many of them actually came back for their second hearing?
Depends on if they did or did not have a lawyer. If they didn't have a lawyer, it's just under 90%. I believe it's 88 or 89%. And with a lawyer, it's close to 95.
Okay, that's acceptable.
Acceptable is not I'm not asking whether it's acceptable or not. I'm giving you the numbers. You asked a question, I gave you the numbers.
I got you. Yeah. Okay, I can understand that.
Do I think that it'd be right if everyone showed up to their court hearing? Yes, I think that would be preferable. I think everyone, including United States citizens, should show up to their court hearings if they're supposed to be there. But that doesn't mean that we should, be all crazy about it and be like, oh, that we should just shut off asylum seeking because we had, an average of over 90-something% of people showing up to their second court hearings. I think that we should be able to make those court hearings a lot faster. I think that would be a lot smarter.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, and I think a lot of Americans, whether you're on the right or the left, can find, we can find common ground there. Would you agree that we should probably be appointing more judges to these ports of entry to maybe get this process done a little faster so we're not having all these, problems?
Not only do I agree with that, but the Biden administration specifically did a bill to make that happen.
Having the app to check in on a weekly basis, that was definitely a good thing. And, I do think that was probably part of Trump's strategy to kind of win over the average or lesser than average IQ Trump supporter. But, I agree with you there. And this is somewhere where many Americans can find common ground. We just refuse to. And I just don't know why.
Because, sir, the common ground was under the Biden administration. These things that you're asking for were in bills under the Biden administration that were stopped by Donald Trump. No, not yes and no. It's just a yes. Joe Biden was the common ground. He was the center. But instead of voting for these common sense things that you're talking about, things that most Americans can come together on that you're talking about, instead of voting in someone who could make sure that these bills are passed, you instead voted in Donald Trump, who is not finding common ground, who is not trying to find middle ground, who is not trying to do the things that you're talking about, and is trying to just deport anybody who looks brown. Okay? So if you want the common ground, you had the president that was giving you common ground. Okay? You chose somebody else.
The previous administration was maybe doing the work, but Biden was doing nothing.
Sir, that is such a ridiculously stupid statement.
What's that?
That is the most ridiculously stupid fucking statement. Okay? Because this is all you're saying. Okay? Like truly, this is all you're saying. Biden didn't exist, and Biden, being completely incompetent and unable to stand, still did more stuff than Donald Trump is, but I still voted for Donald Trump.
No.
No, that is exactly what you're saying. You're literally saying Biden, who literally got the bill that had 98% Senate approval for all the things you were just talking about, including freaking having more judges at the border to wrap this up, more border patrol, more all this sort of stuff, had the bill written, ready to pass with 98% freaking Senate support. And he did that all while completely incompetent. The largest infrastructure bill in American history, just done, all completely incompetent. Just couldn't stand, couldn't form a sentence, but did the largest infrastructure bill in American history. Literally single-handedly isolated us from freaking in chip manufacturing, allowing us to be able to produce chips without the freaking need of China or Taiwan or any influence from Southeast Asia.
He does not need to be competent to sign on the CHIPS Act. He does not need to be competent,
sir,
to auto pin all those parts.
Sir,
He does not
Donald
need to be
Trump
competent
used an
to
auto
do those
pin.
things.
Stop. You had the person that was doing all the things that you wanted. You had them. Okay? And if you didn't like Biden and thought for some reason he was too old, which I do think he was too old or whatever that on that side is, right? I don't think 80-year-olds run our country. Okay, cool. You don't think Biden was too old? Well, guess what? He dropped out of the race. And you had somebody that was younger, that was in the room, that could have done all of those things from that middle ground just like you wanted to, but you still chose the ineffective guy. You still chose the guy who's trying to do all the bad stuff. Okay? Oh, he left. All right. Oh, he's gone. Guess we'll keep this thing moving. Just say, don't get mad because you chose it. Mommy Rimuri, thank you so much for the $2.50 super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Dylan's Dylan, thank you so much for the $5 Canadian super chat. I can't put that on the screen because it'll get me in trouble, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Any Mouse, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. And I don't know what this Henry, thank you, I think, for the super chats. I don't even know what those are supposed to say, so I'm not putting them up on the screen. But thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Henry is saying all sorts of weird stuff. All right, let's open these things back up. Dude, you had this. You had the middle ground. You had it. You threw it away. Hello, how are you?
Oh, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yes. Okay. Perfect. I've been a long time listener, and do appreciate the stuff that you do. But I am 31. 31? Yeah. I have to do the maths because I just recently turned. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Do you support Trump?
Yes. I'm open-minded. Right.
All right. Why do you support Trump?
Okay. So I want you to come with me on a thought experiment.
Nope,
Right.
not interested in that at all. What state do you vote in?
Say this again?
What state do you vote in?
Texas.
Texas? What time is it in Texas right now?
It's 6:12.
Oh, okay.
I'm legit. Trust me. But okay, so
I'm not
the-
interested in a thought experiment unless it's going to be
Okay.
like the quickest thought experiment that's ever happened.
It's about democracy. Okay, so here's the basis. Trump is good for American democracy. Would you be interested in talking about that?
How is he good for American democracy?
Okay, so the American democracy is an experiment. Would you say?
The entire American system is a experiment. But what? So what?
Yes. So basically, yes. So in any system, so I'm coming from a QA perspective. In any system that you're running, you need a aggressive test. And I think I would say Trump is a good test to say how we can make the system better. Right? Let's see how far we can push the system and how well do these checks and balances work.
Okay.
Okay. Right? So I would say a person like Trump is good to come every once in a generation to test and see how the system is performing. What would you say to that?
I'd say that it's ridiculous to say that you have to have somebody that's absolutely horrible for America to test the system, because the system can
I
easily
agree.
the system could easily be tested by somebody that actually has the will to do good things. Right?
I
You could have
agree with
you could
that.
have a president of the United States that freaking wants to test whether our checks and balances are working correctly, and that's because they're trying to push for things that are really good. Right?
I agree.
So,
Yeah.
like, you could have had like the Biden administration when they tried to test the system to see about student loan forgiveness. Okay, that was a test
Mhm.
on the system to see if that was actually constitutional, but it was a test on the system and something that helped people. So, no, I don't think that Trump is necessary whatsoever. I think that Trump is completely, like horrible, because what happens when somebody like Trump tests the system? If the system fails, if the system fails to check him, then the entire system fails. Okay, and when the entire system fails, the United States completely loses hegemony.
Yeah, okay, and I agree with that very much, right? I agree with that very much. And to a point, but doesn't say from both ends. I like that point that you brought up with the doing good, because I think that's an excellent way to go. And just from looking from Trump first, so not as I kind of have it deep in the conversation, to be honest, I'm not really a Trump supporter. I just really wanted to get your thought on something, right? My apologies for doing that.
You're good, man. Have a good one. All right. I was like, that's an interesting. I've heard that argument once before. And I just I adamantly disagree with it. Y'all, make sure you guys are hitting that follow button, hitting that subscribe button if you guys are new here. We do this every day. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I've heard that argument a few times. I just completely disagree with it, and I really can't stand it. Y'all, if you guys like to support, I do have super chats open that do help support the live. I really appreciate that. I have 5 more money guns that I'm trying to hit over on TikTok. Or if you guys would like to help me hit my paid sub goal, I'd really appreciate that also. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Yo,
Hello, how old are you?
I'm sorry, hold on. What was that? I didn't hear you.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Hell no.
All right, man. Sorry, I'm only looking for Trump supporters right now, but I do really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yo, please only call it if you're a Trump supporter. Yeah, I've heard that argument once before. I just can't stand it. I don't know. The whole like, oh, he's good for the system. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm on my Bluetooth on my car. I didn't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. How old are you?
50.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that? Miss you.
So,
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So Trump brokered a peace deal between Rwanda and Congo.
Where was that on the list of things that he ran on?
You asked me why I still support him, and I said because he brokered a peace deal between.
Yeah, I
He's
heard you,
always
and I
about,
asked you a question
he's
about
al-
it.
Okay, so his agenda has always been peace through strength, and so he's always been a anti-war candidate, even from like going back to 2015 and really being, against any wars. And one of the things that the Democrats kind of really set the low bar on the first term, they said if Trump gets into office, which Democrats had a tendency to do this a lot with extreme viewpoints, they said if Trump gets into office, we're going to get World War III. And we didn't get World War III, and the people who voted against him in 16, he ended up getting more support in 24 from the same people that voted against him. So you got to figure they got a shot at 2016 with Trump. They saw Biden in 2020, and they
Sorry,
saw
we're
Trump
going completely off.
in much
Where
larger
on the
numbers.
bucket list of Donald Trump's things was stop a war in
And
Congo?
he said peace through strength. That he
Sure,
would
yeah,
not
that doesn't
allow-
mean
that
anything.
he would be an anti. Okay, do you give Trump any credit, or this is typical TDS, but do you give him any credit for brokering a peace deal between Rwanda and Congo, and they've been fighting?
No, I literally have just, while you're talking, just put it on the screen how the entire thing unraveled.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's just been sitting on the screen the entire time.
No, I don't do that. I just have a conversation. I'm not
Have sources, I'm very aware of that. Okay. But
Yeah,
no,
I'm
I don't
just
give him
having a
credit for that
conversation.
thing, for that credit. Even if for some
You
reason
don't
there
give him
was a
credit? Okay.
deal, even if for some reason there really was a deal, okay? Like, truthfully, like, Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about the Congo or Rwanda or any of that stuff. He never ran on that. He never even tried to do it. This is obviously just something that Trump is trying to freaking put a stamp on and be like, oh, I did this because he's losing in so many other ways, right? But he's in no way an anti-war candidate. That's complete bullshit.
Okay, so what's your evidence that he's a pro-war candidate?
I didn't say he was pro-war.
You said he's not anti-war, so if he's not anti-war,
Yeah,
he must
you can be
pro-war.
not anti-war nor anti-pro. Like you can be not anti-war and not pro-war. You can just be
So
in
which
the
is
middle. You don't have to be either.
Fair enough, he's in the middle then. But Biden and Obama weren't in the middle. Obama killed more, but nevertheless, okay. So let's talk about India and Pakistan. He brokered the deal between India and Pakistan.
Literally, the president of India said Donald Trump has had nothing to do with this, the ending of this war whatsoever, and this was completely between India and Pakistan, and Donald Trump had nothing to do with it.
Okay, so he said that if you all continue in this war down this path, that you will not be able to have any dealings with us from an economic standpoint.
Yes, and they said we don't give a shit.
Okay.
Go fuck yourself. We'll
Oh,
do
wow.
what we want. And then they went and got their own peace deal done when they were ready.
You have a very eclectic speech, but I appreciate it. Okay, so what about? So this is the thing. The reason we have Donald Trump in the office in 2016. Here's the reason. Get ready because this is gonna trigger you. Barack Obama is the reason we have Donald Trump. Barack Obama.
I completely agree.
Donald Trump. Okay.
I completely agree.
So what's happening is, remember, when Hillary Clinton ran, she had her unfavorables were higher than Trump. She was a less favorable candidate than Trump. And remember, we only have.
Sure, what does that have to do with Obama?
Obama. Oh, so I don't even want to get into it because the last person I talked to, like you, they hung up on me because I talked about what he did that triggered.
Yeah, I know exactly what he did.
What did he do?
He was black.
So he won 2 terms. Sir, I hope they're laughing at you in the chat. That's the most ridiculous.
They're not.
So he won 2 terms. And people were, I can't believe you said that. That I'm literally laughing. That is hilarious. So what he
Yes,
did,
I can hear you laughing and not saying anything of actual substance. Are you going to start saying anything of actual substance at some point?
Okay, here it is. So he triggered the side.
Sir, do you need to like me to hang up on you and maybe you can call back when you can control yourself?
No, I mean that what you said was literally.
Oh, I guess he really did. He just hung up. Okay. Well, interesting tactic. Laugh really hard and then run away. Then, hey, we all have our different tactics. That's fine. I get it. Don't really know what that was. Julio, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much, brother. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you? How old are you?
13.
Oh, sorry, not old enough. Hello, how are you?
Hey, this is Dave.
You know what? Great timing, Dave. Dave, let's hear the train fact of the day. Let's hear it.
All right. So today's train fact comes from the town of Corris, Wales, where in 1878 the Corris Railway got its very first locomotive. They ordered 3 locomotives from the Hughes Falcon and Tramway Company of, I believe, Loughborough, England. I'm not sure where exactly they were built, but they spent their working lives in Wales. There were these handsome little narrow gauge tank engines that worked the line until about 1921, when a 4th engine was bought. The 3 1878 tank engines, showing their age, all rolled into the shed. The engineers took apart all of them and combined the best bits of each locomotive together to make 1 unit, which is in service to this day on the Talyllyn Railway. It is numbered 3 and has had another rebuild with a new cab on the Talyllyn Railway. The small bonus fact is that if anyone's seen Thomas and Friends, Sir Handel is based off this locomotive, the little blue narrow gauge one.
That's absolutely great. I learned so much about friggin' trains in this guy. If you guys don't know enough about train, first off, if you guys are new here, this is Dave the Train Guy. Dave the Train Guy comes up every live. And he's awesome. And he tells us a train fact. But if you want some more cool train facts, make sure you join my Discord. Dave comes in there and gets some cool train facts. And he sends pictures in there too, which is really, really awesome. So, y'all, that was our Dave train fact of the day. Can we get big W's in the chat for Dave the Train Guy? And Dave, thanks so much for coming up today. I really appreciate that. I learned so much about trains and Thomas the Tank Engine today. I'm really appreciative for that, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. Was listening to the previous caller who had a case of the uncontrollable laughter. I was wondering what the heck was he on about.
That's okay. Drugs are bad, all right, Dave?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah, have a good night.
Drugs are bad. Okay. Drugs are bad. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's read one of these phone lines. Keep this thing going. Okay. Hello, how are you?
Is that dick good?
Hello, how are you?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How old are you?
30.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Nope, but I voted for him
Why would you vote for someone you don't support?
because I didn't want the whore in the White House.
Awesome. So it's just pure misogyny?
Nope.
No, I mean that's what you're saying. It's just pure misogyny.
Why you think just because I didn't like the other person, why you think I'm a misogynist?
It wasn't because you didn't like the other person. It's because you're using misogynistic terms to refer to her for no reason.
Yeah. You know, you can look at her history, dude. You know, she literally had sex.
She had
Then where'd she
sex?
at?
No fucking way. That's crazy. Man, I wish I could do that. That'd be awesome. I wish I could do that. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Look, dude, are you gay?
Dude, Trump literally cheated on his wife with a porn star and then paid her off. Okay, the wife that he got as a mail order bride.
Well, let me tell you something. At least
Okay.
he's good at business. You didn't
Okay.
have to fuck somebody. You know.
Well,
to get
apparently,
where he's at.
according to all the women that he paid to freaking have sex with, he's not very good at business. That's probably why you relate to him so much. But since you're just a piece of shit, I'm gonna move on. Okay.
Oh, what?
All right. Because the people that he paid said that he's not too good in there, man. Sterlo sent me a 99-cent super chat just to let me know that he could not send a 50-cent super chat, and he wanted to let me know that. Thank you anyway, Sterlo. I appreciate it. Hello, how are you?
Hello. Dang, you just gonna come?
Hello, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, man? So you're not a Trump supporter?
That would be correct. Yes.
Okay. Man, look, I gotta disagree with you on that one. And the only reason why I gotta disagree with you on that one, and by the way, I am 31 years old. So, this is take on it. Okay.
I didn't
First,
hear you. You're 31 years old and what?
I'm 31 years old, and this is my take on it. all
Okay.
right? First, the policies that Trump put in place was only to protect Americans itself.
Which
okay?
policies?
Okay. I can give you like the policies where it's dropping Medicaid, Medicare, EBT, food stamps, all of that. That needed to be done.
Why?
And I'm gonna tell you why. It's a bunch of people that's in America that don't want to do a damn thing. And I don't mean to be Franklin like that, but I mean, you got to understand something. Get your lazy ass up and go to work. Why do you need government assistance to help you get up and go to work?
Well,
It
actually,
shouldn't even be
primarily,
like
primarily, people need government assistance because they are working. There's actually only less than 8% of people that are on Medicaid that aren't working, and the majority of people that are on Medicaid are people like the elderly, the people that are like disabled, things like that. But even those people are mostly working. It's just not making enough. Right. And there's already work requirements that are already in place and how you report them. So again, there was less than 8% of people that weren't working already. So it's not getting your lazy ass up. Second of all, there's no, it's not like you're sitting at home getting a Medicaid check. The only time you get Medicaid is if you go to the hospital because you need health care, and then the Medicaid pays the hospital. Right. So it's not like you're sitting at home living all happy off of a Medicaid check. You don't get Medicaid. Okay. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. But you do understand the simple fact of people need to get up and go to work. You do understand the simple fact of EBT, food stamps, and all of that does not need to be. I mean, here's my thing. If you're literally going on ahead and you're working a job that's a 9 to 5 or something like that, and let's say, for instance, you're making $8 an hour, and you're not trying to change your situation to make more, then that's your own problem. But I do
Sir,
not believe
again,
that you need to.
these people are doing that. Okay. Now there already are work requirements for SNAP benefits. It's for people that are mostly working that just aren't making enough money to survive off of what they're working. This is not a thing about people just sitting at home. I don't know anybody or have ever heard of anybody ever who is just dreaming of being on Medicaid or on SNAP benefits. That's wild. And while there are a small percentage of people that may abuse the system, the overwhelming majority of people that are on Medicaid and SNAP benefits aren't sitting at home not working. I mean, over the 2023 study, and I don't think we have the full 2024 studies yet, 60% of the employees at Walmart are all on government assistance because they don't make enough money to actually survive off of that, and they're still below the poverty line.
Okay, so why not find a better job?
Because it's just not that easy. There's many situations why people can't find a better job. I mean, let's be honest, right? The cost of living is very high right now, and with the cost of
give me. But what you got to understand is give me something, because here's my thing.
I'm trying to, sir. You just cut me off while I was trying to.
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So again, there's multiple situations, but regardless of any of that, right? Cost of living is high. Right. And so you can make a decent amount of money and still not make it. Right. But I mean, when you want to talk about SNAP benefits, and someone just brought up a good point, and this is very actually true. There's people in the military that are on SNAP benefits or on certain on certain government benefits that help provide food. Actually, I was on it. I forgot what the name of the benefit was, what it was, but it was simply just for my daughter's formula when she was a baby, because she was born very, very premature. And her formula was just like $40, WIC, that's what it's called. Her formula at the time, and again, she's like 14 years old. So I can't imagine how much formula is now, right? But it was like $40 a canister. And though I had a full-time job, right, working and all that sort of stuff, I couldn't afford the amount of formula that she needed at $40 a canister, and they were providing, I believe, 10 canisters of that at the time. And my daughter was still, going past that. It wasn't for lack of working. I was working. I actually had a pretty decent job. It was just, I couldn't afford what I needed for that. And so I qualified for WIC on those sorts of things.
Now, I do agree with you on that, qualifying because you got a baby. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 daughters myself, so I completely understand at that moment. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because I didn't have to use WIC or anything like that to take care of my kids. You know what I mean? It's just me. But, for you having to do that, I completely understand. For the elderly having to do that, I completely understand their position. For able-bodied, no, I don't understand. I don't care if you're in college. I don't care about military. I completely understand their situation because you're fighting to protect this country. So I completely understand the grounds of those individuals. If you have children, if your kids are babies, but if your kids are able to go to school, if you have teenagers that are able to go to school and stuff like that, nah, bro, you need to be out there working. You need to be out there taking care of business. If your kids can ride the bus to school and ride the bus back home, so you need to be out there working. You shouldn't be on no government assistance. You shouldn't even be looking for help.
There's a requirement to work that already exists. They are working. I literally know. I know you can't see it, but I just put it on the screen for everyone to put up here because I live in Florida, right? And it is literally, I'm on the page right now on Florida, which shows a Republican state, by the way. Okay, that shows the work requirements that are freaking, that are necessary in order to get SNAP benefits in the state. If you're between the ages of 16 and 59 and able to work, you will probably need to meet the general work requirements to get SNAP benefits. The general work requirements include registering for work, participating in SNAP employment and training, or work fair if assigned by your state SNAP agency, taking a suitable job if offered, and not voluntarily quitting a job or reducing your work hours below 30 a week without good reason. You can be excused if you're already working 30 hours a week, meeting work requirements for another program, taking care of a child under 6 or an incapacitated person, unable to work due to physical or mental limitations, participating regularly in an alcohol or drug treatment program, or studying in school or training at least half the time, but college students are subjected to other eligibility rules. So when we're talking about these people, like when you're talking about cutting these benefits, or you're making this this is like the old Reagan welfare queens argument, right? Which was like a super, super racist, thing of rhetoric from From Reagan talking about welfare queens just sitting at home, not wanting to make themselves any better, just living off the government and all that sort of stuff.
It's not really.
It's the
not
same
like-
argument.
I gotta stop you right there, bro. Because first things first. Okay. This racist shit, throw this shit out the window. And I'm sorry to cuss on your platform, but
I don't give a fuck what you think about it, sir. The welfare queen thing was specifically a racist thing, and the policies that followed it were incredibly racist. I don't give a fuck what you think about it. So you can throw that out the window if you think I give a shit about what you think about Reagan's policies. Reagan left office 30 years ago. If you can't figure it out by now, that's on you, not me.
Well, no. If that's your opinion, you can go on ahead and keep that as your opinion. That's up to you. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not in the same boat as other people. I make $34 an hour, bro, and I literally work for a multi-million-dollar company that's fucking, what is that? Can't even think of the damn word to come out of there. Highly invested by the Koch brothers. So I'm basically good. But
what does that have to do with anything?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what.
Guess what? I don't think you should get SNAP benefits. Does that help you?
Well, I don't need it.
Exactly. So you shouldn't get it.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with what we're talking about?
No. What it does is because of the simple fact that I'm trying to explain something to you. Trump is trying to make this country not be lazy. Trump is trying to fit this country up to where it will prosper on its own. When you have people come in this country, and I'm just being honest, when you have people come in this country, don't respect it, treat it like shit, and then go on ahead and go back to their country to where they're like, oh yeah, everything's fine in mine. Like, for instance, and I'm just going to be honest with you. I was married to a Latino chick who was illegal, right? We went on ahead. We had a pretty good lifestyle. Everything was pretty much good, but our views were different, okay? And I married her, right?
Sir, where are we getting to with this? This is fucking ridiculous, sir. Land the fucking plane, because I'm not going to sit here and listen to you fucking talk about how immigrants are doing this or immigrants are doing that, because we're talking about SNAP benefits and fucking Medicaid, neither of which undocumented immigrants qualify for. Okay, according with federal bullshit. How about you read something, dog?
Yo, how about
there is not a single dollar of federal funding from Medicaid or SNAP benefits that is going. You're an undocumented immigrant that was taking fucking federal dollars.
Me. I was married to one who was. I was married to
what
one
state?
who literally she was on it. Her kids was on it, and everything else.
What state?
You can't sit here and say that.
Fucking state?
Texas.
Texas? That's a fucking
Texas, a red state.
That's a lie.
A red state. Bro.
Doesn't exist.
No shit. Yo, this guy. Oh my god.
You want me to? Dude, I can put it on the screen for you if that's easier for you. You can look it up. And since you don't want to Google it yourself.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead,
bro. Dude, hold on. That shit was fucking funny. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I got to put that on the screen. Okay. It's not true in Texas. In places like California, they actually do provide some Medicaid benefits, but it's using state dollars, not federal dollars.
Yeah, but Texas. Go on ahead and put it on Texas, bro. Go on ahead and put it on
not to mention the fact that if you married her, then she could have had a permanent residency within, 6 months?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Or are you saying you married her and you told her to fucking so pretty much what you're telling me is you guys committed fraud.
Oh, now we want to go now we want to get on the conversation to her. Can you let me finish it?
Finish what? The fact that you got mad that some Spanish chick left you?
Nah, not that. The fact of the matter is that everybody wants to come over here and reap the fucking benefits, but don't want to respect the country that they live in.
Sir, I would argue that the migrants here.
One of the issues.
Yeah, the migrants.
One of the issues.
The migrants that come to this country respect our country more than MAGA does.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, I am not kidding at all. 100%. I believe that the migrants that come to this country, whether they're here legally or not, respect this country well more than people like you do.
And you calling me a MAGA? First off, fuck the America Great Again fucking bullshit. I don't care about that. I support Trump because of his own rules. Fuck the hat. Fuck what it stands for. I don't care. That shit right there is just to appease white people. See, I'm black, nigga. So
whoa. Don't you be... Hey, you can take that racist shit and get it out of here, okay? I don't want to hear any about your racist stuff, okay? I don't want to hear any of your racist stuff. All right, Blaga? I don't want to hear any of that
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't want to. Yeah, nah, ain't no fucking blagger. Ain't no blagger. That shit is true. It doesn't matter how you put it. Let's just be honest with the facts. The fact is, he used that shit to appease his white voters. He didn't give a damn about black people. But at the same time, we put his ass in office because of two reasons. Some blacks put him in office to let him destroy the country. Other blacks put him in office because of the simple fact we had a fighting chance. And by the way, while you're sitting here trying to criticize some shit, do you really think Democrats give a fuck about any one of us?
I'm not a
They
Democrat.
don't.
I could not care
They're
less.
in the yeah. So again,
I'm not a
your rules
Democrat,
are
sir. Stop hollering.
So what you have to understand is
Stop
at the
hollering.
same token, okay, but what you have to understand is at the same token, you are in the same boat as me. You give
No,
a
I'm
fuck
not.
less about what anybody does.
No, I'm not.
Because here's the thing.
You're
If
crashing
not
out
a
on my
Republican,
live about
it-
fucking some shit. I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. I'm not a. You're not
That's
even
not even-
close to
that's
on
not
my
even-
level, sir. You're the one that
That's not
you're.
even crack.
Sir,
I'm
sir.
not even on your what? I'm sorry. I'm not even on your what? I'm sorry. I'm not on your what? On your level?
Oh, you're not.
Okay. Help me understand something.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't
so
understand
now
how
we go-
SNAP
now-
works.
now
You
we
don't
go-
understand how Medicaid works. You don't understand how immigration
Wow.
works. You don't
Yes,
understand
sir.
any of this stuff, right? While simultaneously telling me to leave race out of it, even though I was talking about race, while literally talking about race currently when it comes to Trump, right? Telling me to leave race out of it, even though you're literally pretty much quoting rhetoric, like racist rhetoric from Reagan. Okay. Look, dude, I don't
Quoting
really.
racist rhetoric for what? By telling somebody to get up and go to work?
Sir,
That's racist
you
rhetoric?
for some
Are
reason
you
think,
kidding me?
sir, you for some, no, it's not that the freaking telling people to get up and go to work. The problem is that you think that for some reason people don't want to, and that's the sad part. Okay, that's what's really sad.
That's the
Because
sad
again,
part.
sir, there
Okay,
are already, sir, I'm talking. There are already
Okay, go
work
ahead.
requirements
Go ahead. I'm
on
gonna let you
Medicaid
talk.
and SNAP benefits. Okay, the people
Uh-huh.
that are on SNAP benefits and are on Medicaid that aren't working is small, and for the people that aren't working, it's almost always because of a disability, because they're taking care of somebody that's incapacitated, taking care of a small child, any of those type of things, right? So the people that aren't working have very specific reasons on why they're not working, but the overwhelming majority amount of them work, right? Just like you said, you make $34 an hour, and you sound really proud of that, okay? And if you are, I'm very, very happy for you that you are proud of it, okay? But you thinking that everybody else doesn't want to be proud of themselves for making enough money to, you know, to stand on their own 2 feet, to fucking not have to take from the fucking from the system is crazy. I gave you a very personal story about me with Wick, with my daughter. Okay, on my
Right.
daughter.
And I'm giving
well, hold
you-
on.
and I'm
Stop
trying to-
talking.
and-
Stop talking.
Good. Good.
I
Good.
gave you a very fucking specific thing about Wick and my daughter when it came to her formula when she was a baby. Okay, and even as somebody that worked full time, okay, and had to use those WIC benefits, I will tell you right now that it hurt me to take those benefits. Okay, truly. I'll tell you this too. I also qualified for certain food benefits, right? To get like milk and stuff, you know, like that because of my premature daughter and stuff like that, right? I qualified for those. I refused to take them. I refused to take them. I bought my own groceries. I wouldn't even take them because I was ashamed. I was ashamed that I even had to use the WIC benefits in order to pay for the formula for my daughter. I was ashamed by it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's bullshit in itself. And I'm gonna tell
No,
you why.
but-
Hold
but-
on.
but-
I
but
gotta
sir,
stop.
you're
hold
now
on,
making
hold
it
on,
sound like
wait.
other
Wait,
people-
Wait.
No, I'm not waiting for shit. I'm not waiting for shit.
That's
I'm
bullshit.
not
You
waiting for
cannot
shit.
Sit there. Hold on.
I'm not
Don't
waiting for
feel
shit.
ashamed for
I-
taking benefits, bro. No.
No,
Don't feel
I
ashamed
did
for
feel
taking
ashamed.
benefits,
I
bro.
did feel ashamed.
No, you shouldn't have because you got a daughter and you had to make a sacrifice.
Right,
You had
but
a
what
daughter
I'm
and you had to make a
saying
sac-
is, sir, that
Hold
there are
shit.
so many other
Hold
people
that
out
shit,
there
bro.
who feel fucking just as ashamed as I did for doing exactly what they had to do to survive, to make sure their fucking
Don't
kids survive.
feel
And
ashamed
you're
about it.
over
I don't-
here, and you're over here
Yo, that's
supporting their
crazy.
benefits being taken away from them. Okay, because you think
That's
they're not
crazy.
fucking working
That's crazy.
when those people are working their asses off too, trying to fucking make it, and you're advocating for the taking away of their benefits.
I'm not saying for the people who have a child. I'm not saying for the elderly. I am not saying for the military. I am saying for those who are not doing a goddamn thing to improve themselves. Let me explain something to you for a simple fact. I am a single parent, 2 daughters, right? who survived on his own, who fought on his own to try to make it. I didn't use the government to help me make it. For those who have to do that, I salute you for having to do that because you have to make that sacrifice. I'm not against it, bro. I'm not against you. Let me tell you something. I salute you as a
How
father
much?
having to do that.
How many
I-
people
hold
are going to
on,
get?
hold
No,
on,
no,
hold
no.
on,
How many
hold
people
on,
are going to
hold
get
on,
cut?
hold on.
No. How many people are going to get cut from Medicaid under Trump's new bill?
Shit, I'm guessing around 90%, 96%. I'm guessing.
96% of people on Medicaid.
I'm guessing around 90%, 90%, 96% of people are literally going to get cut.
Let me ask you a question. What percentage of people on Medicaid aren't working?
You say what?
What percentage of people on Medicaid aren't working?
I would give it around maybe 70%.
It's less than 8%. Less than 8% of people on Medicaid aren't working already. Okay. And on top of that, we've already seen this exact same thing happen in Arkansas where they added more work requirements. Okay. Guess what? The unemployment rate went up when they added more work benefits, not the other way around. More people didn't go back to fucking work because they cut that, because the people that aren't working aren't supposed to be working because they have the exemptions, which again are disabilities or taking care of somebody with disabilities or something like that. Okay. So when you're saying 90% of people are being cut, which is nowhere near correct, by the way, it's about 17 million people that'll be cut from Medicaid off of this, right? When you're saying all of these people will be cut, you are saying people that are working, people that are trying to better their lives, people who are working a minimum of already fucking like 80 hours a fucking month, okay? That are working their fucking asses off. What you're doing is you're taking away benefits from people who don't have the ability to prove it all the time or have the ability to fucking, prove everything. Talk about farmers, guys who are on their own farms that require or that qualify for Medicaid because they don't make the amount of money. But guess what? They don't go punch a time card every day, so they can't prove that they're working. Because who are they gonna do? Get their fucking cows to sign off to say that they fucking farmed all day? Those are the people that are being hurt. That's why 300 fucking rural hospitals are going to close due to Donald Trump's fucking policies. Okay? Those are the fucking people you're hurting. People that are fucking working. People who are trying to better themselves. Those are the people you're hurting. You're not fucking hurting people that are fucking that are fucking not working. That's not what you're doing. You're not getting people to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Okay? This is not reality. This fucking situation that you're describing is not fucking reality. And you need to understand that.
So what is it?
It is Donald Trump ripping fucking healthcare and benefits away from the most vulnerable people, the poorest people in our society, and using that money to give tax cuts to the richest people of our society. Okay? He is literally ripping away fucking healthcare and fucking food for people that need it the most in this fucking country. People on disabilities, people that are taking care of people with disabilities. And he's ripping it out of their fucking hands and he's giving it to the richest people on this fucking planet. That's what's happening. Okay? And you're up here fucking just all about it. Just fucking shucking and jiving, bro. Just fucking all fucking hyped up about trying to make sure he can fucking do it.
Shucking and jiving.
Straight up, bro. You are.
I ain't heard that word in a long ass time, and
I couldn't think of a better way to fucking describe it if you want me to be fucking honest with you.
Man, God, hey, I ain't gonna lie. You are a tough. I ain't gonna lie. You are a tough ass debater, but that is bullshit. That is bullshit. I don't know how in the fuck can you honestly prove half of that shit. Prove it that he's taking money from them and sending it over there to a whole bunch of his billionaire buddies. Now this I got.
Yeah, awesome. What's the tax cut in that same bill for rich people?
Put it on your screen, bro.
You want me to
put it on your
Let me ask you a question. How big is this bill?
Put it on your screen.
How big is this bill?
Put it on your screen.
I asked you a question. How about this? You tell me within 10 pages how big this bill is. I'll put it on the screen.
How big is the How big is the fucking?
Hell,
what?
I might
Big,
do it if you get within 100.
Yo, what?
I might give it to you if you put it freaking like it will get within 100.
If I go on ahead and get within 100 of
Stop Googling it. How big is the bill?
How big is the bill? What? The big beautiful bill?
Yeah.
I'm guessing around shit, maybe 600 fucking pages.
Yeah, you're like halfway there, and I can't put a fucking 1,200 page bill on a fucking screen. I can't put tax code and benefit cuts on the fucking screen out of a fucking bill, dude.
Oh, it's 1,200?
About 1,100.
It's 1,200 pages?
About 1,100.
It's 1,200 pages, right?
About 1,100.
About 1,100. Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, your facts is still wrong. I just looked the shit up. It's fucking 900 pages.
Sorry.
That's
I guess
awesome.
Sorry. I forgot the Senate changed it. It's 988 now. Would you like me to put 988 pages of bill on the top?
Oh, God. No, actually, to be honest with you, I would like for you to go on ahead and pull up what you just said about billionaires actually making money off of him taking away from the poor. I would like for you to pull that
Sir,
section
it's
up.
what's
I'm
called
sure you
a
can find it.
reconciliation budget bill. Are you familiar with that?
Go on ahead and read it to me.
No.
brother.
Are you
Educate
familiar
me.
with
That's
what a
what you are
reconciliation
here for.
budget bill is?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Yes, I
so
do.
the
But
bill
I would like-
states
but I
what
would
we're
like-
going to
but listen,
spend money
but
on
listen,
and what we're
it's
not going to
but
spend
listen,
money
hold
on. There's a
It's
giant tax
insane.
cut for rich people, but there's a cut to
No.
benefits to poor people. So if you're cutting benefits for poor people and then freaking giving tax benefits to rich people, then where does that money get to?
Okay. Here, let me ask you a simple question real quick. You say you're not a Democrat, but did you vote for Biden?
I did.
Okay, now help me understand something. When Barack Obama was in office, he was giving tax cuts and loans to people overseas. We were also spending money to overseas. We wasn't giving this to the people. We were actually giving this to their government. Biden did the exact same shit.
So did Trump.
Help me understand something. So
So did Trump.
If you saying that Trump did it, then I want you to help me understand something. Where in the fuck is the issue? You don't support this guy.
What are you
who's
talking
doing
about?
the
I never
exact
talked
same
anything.
shit.
We're
Hold
not
on,
talking
hold on,
anything
wait,
about
wait.
foreign policy.
don't
What are you
support-
talking
hold on,
about?
Hold on, wait. You don't support Trump, who did the exact same shit that Biden did, who did the exact same shit that Obama did, who did the exact same shit that Bush did, who did the exact
What
same
the
shit
fuck
that
are we
his
talking about? How
father
did we
did.
get to foreign policy?
What I'm telling you is that all these motherfuckers
Where
are
did I
thinking
say
they
that
all
I
spending
supported?
money.
When did I say? No. When did I
What
say?
I'm simply-
Hey, ding
no,
dong.
what I'm
When did
simply
I
fucking-
say?
no.
When did I say I
God,
supported
bro, this
Obama's
dude will
foreign
never let me
policy?
talk. Like, this shit is getting on my nerves.
When did I say I
You will not
support
let me talk
Obama's
for
fucking?
nothing.
When did I say I support Obama's foreign policy?
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. This dude is not listening. He's
When
really
did
not
I say
listening.
that?
Literally just told you, bro. I said, how you gonna get mad at Trump for giving money to his buddies to fucking Joe Biden doing the same exact shit, to fucking Barack Obama doing the same exact shit, to other presidents before him doing the same exact shit? The government been taking money out of people's mouths to go on ahead and help their buddies. That's what they do. If you was
First
a
of all,
rich
Biden didn't pass a tax bill. No, so you're lying again because Biden didn't pass a tax bill.
Yo,
Biden didn't pass a tax bill.
No, hold on, bro.
Biden didn't pass. Biden didn't pass a tax bill.
With this one. If you literally went on ahead, right? Let's say for instance, you became president, right? I was your right hand man. You went on.
Then I should be
ahead
fired
now.
immediately.
You literally went on
Fired
ahead because
immediately. If I become president and you're my right hand man, fire me immediately. I should be immediately removed from office. Impeach me for just bad decision making. I don't know if you can or not, but impeach me immediately.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You know what's the crazy thing about it? I'm so glad you worded it that way because you're still not taking accountability for your actions. Rather than you walk your own ass out the door, you like somebody else come deal with it because I made a stupid decision. See, that's where you fucking up at already. Because see, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm just keeping it a buck. Anybody that's rich will look out for their bros. That's just automatically what's gonna happen. They don't give a fuck about the next person. If I was a rich ass millionaire, I'm not looking out for everybody in the world. I'm looking out for me and mine. Doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. I don't know you, nigga. So
Well,
I'm not gonna look
guess
out
what?
for you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it comes down, and I'm just being honest, you cannot sit here as a regular person who has been through what you've been through and then tell me on a one-on-one standpoint that, hey, bro, if I literally go on ahead and fucking make $1 million, I'm gonna go on ahead and look out for everybody in the world. Or if I'm the president, I'm gonna look out for everybody. Man, you can give a fuck. Don't lie to me, bro.
Oh, if I was
Honestly.
president, I would totally look out for everyone else, but I would be cool
No.
because I wouldn't be a rich
Yeah.
president. So that
Say,
wouldn't
bro.
really change
Say,
anything
bro.
for me. But
Say, bro. Look. Don't play with me, bro.
no, you don't
Dead
play
ass,
with
and
me,
I'm just
sir.
not-
Having the humanity to worry about other people,
No.
sir,
Hey, bro, listen,
sir,
don't play- hey,
sir,
bro, listen, I will email the Koch
just
brothers
because you're
to
a
invest in your ass. I will invest in you personally.
bro, if you
to
want the
see
Koch
through it
brothers to
that
invest
you
in me,
become
then I'll run
president,
next year.
and I
Like, let's
bet
party. I don't
money.
care.
I bet money. I will invest in you. I bet money.
How
that
about
you
this?
will
How
not
about
go
this? How about this?
shit
How
the
about this?
same way.
How about this?
bet
I'll make
money
you a deal.
want.
I'll make you a deal. This is pretty simple. Okay, I'll make this a deal. I'll make you a deal. You get the Koch brothers to invest in my presidential run. Okay, and when I win, okay, not only will I help people, but I'll make sure you're taken care of also. Okay, so I'll make sure both of those things happen. Okay, because guess what? Even if you're a rich asshole, all right, you can still do things to help other people. Biden's infrastructure bill, fucking the PACT Act, right? The fucking Veterans Choice to Care Act, the fucking Affordable Care Act, right? We can talk about multiple different things from people that made a lot of money like Obama and Biden who did things that actually helped lower class people, middle class people, veterans. You can still be fucking rich and still do those things. I mean, hell, look at Mark Cuban and he was talking about fucking the things that he fucking, the things that he advocates, the things he supports that actually help. And look, while I'm not going to sit here and like you and simp over some fucking billionaire, okay, and trust me, I have no love for those type of people. But let's be fucking real. I will never be a bit, sir. Be quiet. Sir, be quiet. No, be quiet.
Hey,
I'm gonna let you know this right now. I'll be let you know this right now.
I want to see you do it.
I will
I wanna
never.
see you do
I
it.
will never be a billionaire. I will never be a billionaire.
I want to see you do it.
I'll never be a billionaire.
I want to see you
Do you
do
know
it.
why I'll never be a billionaire?
Why?
Because I care about other people too much to ever be one. And the
Oh
things
my
that
fucking
you
God.
have to do to become a
Oh,
billionaire
man, this guy.
is to step on everybody else in your way in order to get there. Okay?
Wow,
You
if
have
you
to step
step
on
on
every
everybody else
person
in
in
your
the
way,
way in order to get there. I'll
this
never
guy.
be a billionaire. Hell, I'll probably never even be a millionaire. Okay? Right? But I'm not going to fucking get rid of my morals, right? I'm not going to fucking bypass my morals and what I believe in order to have money. I grew up with no money, right? Like I made my way to somewhat middle class, and financially, like I do what I fucking can, man. And fucking I live a very happy life with fucking a great girlfriend, an amazing daughter, and an awesome Australian Shepherd in a house that's just good enough for me, and I'm good to go. Would I like a little bit of a bigger backyard? Sure, but we can work towards those things, man. But I'm not gonna step on everybody on the fucking planet in order to fucking make money, because this ain't
says you
shit.
have to
No,
step on
this ain't
everybody
shit.
on the planet
This ain't
to
shit,
do
dude.
that?
This
That's
doesn't make you
crazy as
better.
shit.
It doesn't
Like,
make you
the
cool.
logic
It doesn't make you
doesn't make
popular.
any
Okay,
sense.
get off my live. This doesn't make you better. This doesn't make you fucking somebody. Okay, it allows you to buy jet skis, and jet skis are fun. Okay, it allows you to fly first class, which happened to me once. Pretty awesome. Okay, pretty fun. But this doesn't make you a better fucking person. Okay, trust me. Trust me. I promise you. I promise the hell out of you. Okay. I do this, and I make some money off of doing this, because I do this as like kind of a second job outside of my main job. I do, and I make a little bit of money off of this. Okay. I promise you I don't make enough money doing this to fucking for the stress that it puts me under sometimes. Okay? I don't do this. What I make doing this is not enough for what the stress I put under me. All it is enough where I don't have to work another second job, which is great. Okay? I love that. I would much rather do this than to go work at fucking Walmart or whatever I would have to do to have a second job. I make just enough doing that to doing this to keep it going. But the truth of the matter is I have degrees. There's lots of other fucking jobs I could do to make a lot more money. Okay? If I really wanted to. But I enjoy doing this because I feel that it means something and I feel that it's helpful to real people. Okay? And you can't put a price on that. All right? I'm sorry, you can't. Period, point blank. So, yeah. Sorry. It just doesn't. Okay? You just don't. So, anyways, sorry. That was some real shit. I actually talked about some real shit on here. All right. I talked about some real shit on here. But yeah. And people were like, I love when people are like, oh, you're paid by the DNC. I'm like, can I be? Like, will they pay me? Bro, if the DNC pays me, like, and I could do this for like freaking on DNC money, bro, I might quit my job. Oh no. I work all day and then come here and entertain y'all all night. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. For you guys who have been with me as long as I've been doing this, which again on TikTok has been for like, damn, we're closing on 2 years in a few months. And for my YouTube crowd who's only been here with me for like about 2 months now, or just over 2 months. I only started really on, May, June, July. Yeah, just over 2 months on YouTube where we're starting to do this. Just know there's been many, many times when I almost quit doing this and it was fucking, it was too much, right? But I do appreciate that I kept doing it. I do love that I keep doing this. This community is awesome. I love you guys. You guys are absolutely awesome. How much time do I got? I got a little bit more time for one more caller, maybe two. We'll see. Yeah, one more. But I do enjoy this. Sounded cliche. Maybe it is. Whatever. Jim, thank you so much for the $5 Cash App. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That really does mean a lot to me. It just says for thank you. Let's set up a few super chats real quick, and then we'll move on to the next caller. I really do appreciate that. Stacy, why not make Walmart pay a living wage? Quit blaming people who need help and blame the companies making billions off the backs of their fucking workers. She didn't say fucking. I said that. I don't give a shit. This right here. Stop demonizing the people that are working their ass off. Start demonizing the companies who make them have to fucking work full time and still fucking get benefit and still need benefits. Demonize that. Oh, Stacy, this is Stacy again. Quit demonizing people who need help. 100%. Thank you so much, Stacy. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Shay, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said, W. Pauly, I agree 100%. I hope one day the caller needs help and is not available. Shay, I totally get where you're coming from. I really, truly do. I really do. And you're a big supporter. I really appreciate that. But that's the thing about Shay, that's what makes really, truly, and I know that you're frustrated and all sort of stuff, so I do not blame you at all. But guess what? I really do truly hope that if he does need help, that he's able to get it. Even though he's a piece of shit. I don't want to see anyone starve. I don't want to see anyone have to go into fucking medical debt. I don't want to see even that guy. Even that guy. But I get it. Like, let's be very clear. I do get it. Like, I get it. Okay, Shay. I get it. Thank you. And by the way, there's a lot of people, Shay, in the TikTok chat who very much agree with you. So don't. I get it. But truly. I don't know, man. Everybody's just like, you're a better person than me. I don't want to see anybody go through that. I truly don't. But thank you so much, Shay. I really appreciate you. I'm not putting that up there. Hey, Liz, thank you so much for the €2 super chat. Said, invest in a jet ski.
It's insane.
All right. Hey, Liz, I will start a new account. Okay, in my bank account. I'm going to take this €2 and I'm going to put it directly towards a new jet ski. Okay, that would be my first $2 towards a new jet ski. I do live by the water, so I can get it. and Turtle, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. So thank you. Just Me, thank you so much. You're an amazing human being. Don't stop being who you are. Thank you so much for the $15 super chat, Just Me. I really appreciate that. And Ogden, thank you so much for the $20 on super chat. Said, whoa, that guy was really shoe shucking and jiving. I can't believe he called you a ninja. I like the way you handle him, though, Paul. Dude, I was trying to think of something better than shucking and jiving, but there was nothing. There was nothing I could not take more than just shucking and jiving. There was not like I'm sorry, it just fit. I'm sorry, it just fit. It was the only way. It was the only way to describe them. Thank you. Can we get big W's in chat for Ogden, for Just Me, for Shaylu, all my big freaking super chats to that one. Really big W's in the chat for all of them. I really, really appreciate you guys. We're going to do one more ish. I'll see who the next one is. We'll do one more ish. Thank you so much. And Tanya, thank you so much for the $5 over on Venmo. Thanks for keeping it real. I'd vote Pauly for president. Maybe 2028. We'll see. Thank you guys so much. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you?
Hey, who's this?
Who's this?
Oh, okay. Hey, I just wanted to tell you I support Trump because he regulates the trans.
It's weird.
How is that weird?
The way that you support a president because of 12 people in the NCAA, that's very strange.
Oh, well, I mean, men are men and women are women.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you can believe whatever you want about that, but it's just really fucking weird to be like, hey, Donald Trump is like literally putting in tariffs that are going to raise our prices, ruining our foreign relations, kicking 17 million people off of Medicaid, taking food out of people's fucking hands, sending people to terrorism prisons. But you're like, 12 people in the NCAA hurt my feelings. That's just really fucking weird.
I don't understand how this has anything to do with the NCAA.
Because Trump's executive order only affected 12 people in the NCAA. That's all that Trump did. His entire executive order with trans people literally affected 12 people in the NCAA. 12 people that you can't name and probably can't tell me what schools they went to or what sports they played.
No, I'm not saying that I need to. I'm just saying that men are men and women are women.
Yeah, but we're not talking about what you think about men.
That.
No, what men, women, all that sort of shit. You're saying you support Trump because he's doing stuff against 12 people in the NCAA. That makes you very fucking weird, dude. Like,
explain to me how that makes me weird.
I just did.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you can't explain it, that doesn't like really change anything in me. It's actually kind of expected because you're weird.
So you're just going to call me names and not explain?
No, I'm just going to recognize how weird you are.
How women can become men?
Because I'm not going to argue the trans argument with you. Because I'm not going to argue the trans discussion with you. Because you're just
why not?
Why would I engage with somebody who literally is so weird they support a president over 12 people? That's why would I even engage with you on anything, bro?
I think you won't because you can't.
Well, I mean, you can believe that, but I don't care.
I know you don't care, but I mean,
yeah, because because you believe that we should support a president based off of 12 people who are affecting nobody in your fucking life. So why would I care about what you feel like?
I'm saying that he supports the fact that men are men and women are women, and that's that. Bottom line. Doesn't have anything to do with the NCAA. How many trans people do you know? How many? I don't know. I don't hang out around trans people.
Gotcha. So not only is his executive order only affect 12 people in the NCAA, but it doesn't affect a singular person that you know. That's weird, bro.
Well, what about the children?
Fucking
I have
weird.
children, and
that you know trans
the fact
children.
That he keeps it out of the school.
You know trans children.
No, I have children that I don't want growing up to believe.
Then you're literally fucking voting and supporting someone based off of somebody that like about people that you don't even fucking know?
I'm talking about
Bro,
the teachers.
his economic effects are going to raise the fucking prices of every single American household. His big, beautiful bill is going to raise energy costs for the entire United States on average $160 a fucking household. Just energy
What does
costs.
that have to
You
do
think
with- what does that have to
but
do
you
with-
care about fucking a bunch of people you don't even know who are minding their own fucking business, not bothering anybody?
I'm talking
That's
about
fucking weird,
trans.
dude.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
weird,
the
bro.
fact that he recognizes it. and
That's
he will
weird,
not-
bro. I'm sorry,
is
man.
logical.
I'm sorry. That's weird. So, anyways, you're weird, and since you don't have anything of actual like substance to talk about, I'm just gonna move on to the next person. All right.
All right.
All right. Cool. It's just weird. It's just weird, dude. I'm sorry, it is. Trans people are minding their own fucking business, not bothering a fucking anybody. And you want to fucking legislate off of it? That's fucking weird. Get a fucking life. How about let's deal with the things that are happening in reality right now? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
Is this Polly?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I can hardly hear you.
Yeah, I'm here. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Awesome. Who's? I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Yeah, you do. W.
W?
You remember W?
W.
Okay. Well, W is the one that said to you she's going to take you and your partner out to the fanciest place possible for dinner.
Oh, you are?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Well,
I
I
mean-
appreciate that.
Well, she doesn't have to know how much I like you. But, okay, let me go back to the beginning. I'm 70 years old, and I voted for Trump. But I'm sorry. I keep telling everyone that I'm sorry. Now, the young man that you were just talking to about Medicaid, which has helped a lot of people, so did SNAP, a lot of kids. See, parents sometime in the well, especially with single parent or guardian,
Mm-hmm.
kids go out early in the morning, and they may not have, no food on their stomach, and then you have the school that, supplies breakfast and lunch, which I think is
100%.
a wonderful thing. Yeah, because a lot of them, that's it. They're not going to get any more, So unfortunate. But these programs are really good, and they are needed. So that's why I'm not feeling good about that at all. The WIC program was absolutely wonderful for women that have had, children that is below a certain age and maybe mother isn't working. Now, everyone that calls in, they want someone to work. Why don't they get a job? Well, guess what? You can get a job, but every job don't take, a person with just a GED.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They want with, okay, all right. They want with a degree. You cannot work anywhere. That's my point. You can't. Now, McDonald's, Burger King, and all of those fast food places, if you notice, those are young people in there. And I guarantee you that a lot of them or most of them have a child or children. Now, that does not pay for rent. So, therefore, you need a program to help you, And
Yeah,
if you
I
wanna go to
completely agree.
school.
And I also think that we should, have companies, actually pay a livable wage to people, right? If you're working full time, I believe that you should be able to, afford to live and, and eat and take care of your children and stuff like that, right? And you're right, watching, kids not be able to get things like free school lunches, which Democrats have supported for a very long time, and Republicans have voted against. And we shouldn't have children that are going to bed hungry every single night, right? These are just I believe they are really truly just basic human things that we should do for each other, for society, right? Because really that's what makes us, that's what makes that's what would truly make the United States the best country on the planet, if we actually really did take care of the most vulnerable people in our communities, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to talk just a minute about immigrants that are in this country. I think that they have made this country a better place, actually. They worked, a lot of them. Now, President Trump said that he was going to put out the criminals. Now, all them people that they have are not criminals. Had a 75-year-old woman. She died in their custody. Probably was too much for her. And I'm pretty sure she wasn't a criminal. I feel so bad for them. But I do want to say that if something happened in this country, don't tell me that the folks here are not going to protect their loved ones. You might find yourself one day going across them waters. But here, a lot of us have a tendency to just think about ourselves. And that's not good, because you don't know what tomorrow may bring.
Absolutely. You could be that person that needs those benefits or needs that help or needs, something from the government. And that's really what the government is for, right? And you're right. Less than 15% of people that Donald Trump has apprehended for deportation have any type of criminal record outside of crossing the border, illegally. So he's not going after violent criminals. He's not going after people that were that are hurting anyone, but and more importantly, like, most people in the United States are one really bad medical emergency away from going bankrupt, right? From not being able to afford to eat, or not be able to afford their rent, or not be able to to survive to the next day, right? So you're absolutely right, and like we said earlier, like, it's the people that are really trying to move forward, right? The people who are really trying to better themselves, better their lives. They're the ones that are usually, the ones that are on these benefits, and they're the ones that are that are using these benefits. And while there is a small percentage of people that abuse the system, I'm not denying that, right? There's always going to be a small percentage of every system that is abused. We can't completely disregard the system that helps so many because there are certain bad people, right? We have to have those things in place for everybody, and then try to stop the people that are doing things the wrong way. That's the only way that we can really live in this like civilized society that we call this country,
Absolutely. And Polly, I'd like to say, this will take a minute just to mention abortion. I just want those that are Christians, I just want them to remember that when God took the rib from the Adam and made Eve, Eve was not alive. She was not alive until he blew the breath into her. Then she was alive. Children, when they are born, that's when they take that first breath. They don't take it in the womb. 6 to 8 weeks, it's fine. After that, I don't know.
All right. Yeah. Well, hey, I do really appreciate it. I'm trying not to talk about abortion as much on my live because it's just become something that's kind of overtook my live over the last week. And so I'm really trying hard to stay off of that subject. I do really appreciate your insight on that. I really do. But I'm trying to kind of steer away from that subject for a little bit. I'm sure I'll come back to it very soon. But right now, I'm just really trying to stay off of that. But hey, I do really appreciate you coming up. I am going to try to move on with the live, but I do hope you have a really wonderful day, okay?
Polly, I just want to say that I love you.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I really hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, okay?
Okay, you also.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, y'all. Hey, you know what? Let's end the live there. Let's not end the live on on fighting and bickering and going at each other. Let's end the live right there. Let's call it a day. I'm gonna hit a couple super chats. Is Ari still on? Someone's saying I'm gonna tell Ari. Is Ari still on? J Money, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Jayless, thank you so much. I support Trump because he keeps his channel running. The best pro-Trump argument. Prove me wrong. Also, invest in your jet skis. Yes, she's still on. Let's do an Ari raid. Let's do an Ari raid. If you're on, she might be getting off soon though. Shoot. That's okay. Do an Ari raid anyway. If you're on TikTok, go to Ari's page. You guys know Ari. If you guys are on YouTube, Mermaid. Shit, is it Mermaid Ari 0 or Ari Mermaid 0? I think it's Mermaid Ari 0. So if you want to check her out, she's another debater. She does a lot of stuff like this. So make sure you guys check her out. Make sure you join the Discord. Thank you guys all much for the support. Big Ari raid from both sides. Yeah, we're raiding Ari. So really big Ari raid. See you guys over there. You all have a wonderful night. I know I should depresso. Okay, I didn't though. All right. Love you guys. Ryan put it in the chat right there. Ryan put it in the chat for the TikTokers. Mermaid.Ari on TikTok. All right. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. See you guys later. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.